hold on a
freaking feet
second.
hurt.
Okay, hello everybody. Hello Republicans. Hello Democrats. Why are you here? Anyway, Joe Biden lovers, Joe Biden haters, Trump lovers, Trump haters. Welcome, Aaron. Can you see me at all?
Yes, I can, bro. You're good.
Okay. It's dark in my room. It looks like Marvin. Oh, Oscar's gonna get mad. I said that. Oh boy.
He likes it. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Yeah, you know he does. We are live here tonight because I want to stream Trump's speech. Not because I support Trump. We do not support Trump here on the Get the Memo channel. Aaron might, I don't know. But who cares? The next president of the United States is speaking. We have Eric Trump speaking here. You ready?
Oh, hell yeah.
Standing in their way.
Can you hear it?
Yep.
I wonder why it's on my speaker and not on my headphones and not the speaker. Like
You're
my
good,
iMac.
brother.
It's in my ear, but it's not on the iMac, and I kind of want it to be on my ear, on the iMac.
Return of the iMac.
Return of back. We're live. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and comment and share. If you are here supporting Trump, go ahead and let us know. We don't mind. If you are here supporting Biden, we will try and convince you otherwise. If you're supporting RFK Jr. or any other independent candidate, go ahead and let us know.
Our cities will be safe. Our streets will be clean.
We are here watching the Republican National Convention. We are here watching the speech of Eric Trump, who is, I guess Trump's going to start at 7:30, 9:30 Eastern, Central.
We will have prosperity.
Dana White is going to precede Donald Trump, the CEO of the UFC.
They recently made a merger with a wrestling company to make TKO.
Longer be 30th in the world. We will be first.
If you can believe it.
Mixed martial arts. Yeah, I know. Where's my StreamYard? Oh, here it is.
You're doing good, man.
No,
By the way,
it jumped out of it.
I gotcha. I saw this meme. You guys might find it interesting. And it was a picture of a Time magazine on Facebook, and it said "Man of the Year" with a picture of Trump on the front.
Our children will understand family. Our children will have values, and our children will love God.
Just kidding.
Careful. Hey, let me know if you see the logo on the top right.
Our country will prioritize free speech,
Let's see. You said
respect
top right.
freedom of religion, and honor our Constitution.
I see your chat. I see the chat in the top right. Actually, I see the chat on the entire right.
Do you see any logo? It's the American flag.
I've never been more proud of a person in my life.
See.
A man who has defied all odds more than once. A man who believed in the promise of America.
Is it supposed to be on the right of the view window?
I think so. But check on StreamYard.
Unwavering determination and courage.
See if you.
A man who survived a bullet that was intended to eliminate him permanently from our future.
All right, so you still see it?
It is there. It is there.
All right. I was gonna put the Chinese flag because I'm craving Chinese food, but then I realized.
General So would be very, very happy.
Oscar, yeah.
Same thing at this point.
Yeah.
Never have I been more proud to stand by my father's side.
What theme should I pick? Bubbles?
Incredibly honored to be part of this
Default.
A journey with all of you.
Should I pick or minimal or blocks theme?
On Earth.
Block.
A journey with the most incredible
what does this do?
Yeah,
all right. Can you see what it does?
Dad.
Let's see.
5 days ago.
Yeah, I do.
What does it do?
Laura, Luke,
it just gives you a blocky
Carolina,
background, outside of your face and outside of the viewfinder.
So then,
by the grace of God,
what's this do?
Divine intervention and your guardian angels above. You survive.
It just makes it look a little wavy in the background.
And then this one.
The same, but a little wavy in the background.
All right, so the blocks looks better.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing good, man. You got this.
Just wanna. Now let's see if anyone said anything in the chat.
No, not yet. I've seen it.
Okay. Now, we will not be playing any background music. It's a politics channel. It's not a sports channel.
Besides, we're not sporty spice over here.
You are the greatest fighter I have ever seen. You are strong. You are full of life, and you are unapologetic. Your optimism is contagious.
Is your family watching the RNC?
Your backbone is unbreakable.
No, my family is
Your
pretty much going to
conviction
bed
to
because we
fight
just got back
for
from
what
teaching
is
Bible
right
school.
and against all that is wrong is truly
About 25 kids
next level.
ourselves. And they've got a little one, my little nephew, they're trying to put to bed.
Oh.
He's been
The whole world
he's
saw
been
your
fussy
strength as
lately.
you stood up. You wiped the blood off your face, and you put your fist in the air in a moment that will be remembered as one of the most courageous acts in the history of American politics. You shouted, "Fight! Fight! Fight!"
For those that don't like support him or whatever, I get that, but I will say it's pretty good. Did you hold on a second? Did you lose the? Okay,
I'm here.
It's not showing the picture for the RNC anymore. It's just showing you and me.
Can you not hear it anymore?
No, I can hear it, but I can't see it. That's the problem.
Speak to our great nation tonight. You are a true
All right,
leader.
let me stop sharing the screen and then I'll share it again.
I just want to let you know what was going on, bro.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Here, let me see. You'll get me. I'll get in trouble with the Trump fans if I don't show him. They'll think I'm.
You play your Trump card.
Okay.
I had to, bro. You know that.
Yeah. All right. Do you see it now?
You're back. You're good.
Okay. God bless you all.
I put it in theater mode, so that should make it bigger.
Yeah. You got it, bro. Yeah. Actually,
all right. That was Eric Trump.
It's even better because you don't see the MLB logos at the bottom.
Where's the MLB logo?
Before it was showing an MLB logo at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, that's funny.
Like it was showing a bunch of MLB players.
That's funny.
Hey, someone's got to be.
So that was Eric Trump, Trump's dumbest child. You know what I'm curious about is SNL going to go back to making fun of Trump? Because they haven't made fun of Biden once.
Regardless of who I support, can I just say, like, I bear no ill will to Biden, but I still think that Trump may do a better job.
You don't think, or you still?
I do think. I think inflation is so bad right now.
Sure.
That the bar is going to be set pretty low.
Well, part of what really, a lot of people say it's the stimulus checks that caused the inflation. I think they did have something to do with it, but I think it's also the $5 trillion we gave to the ultra rich, not people like you and me. No, you and I didn't get that. They put a lot of restrictions on us, American citizens, but the big companies, big, large corporations. And by the way, Trump also passed the stimulus check. He gave the $5 trillion. So he's to blame also. That also went to but also the Ukraine war is also what. By the way, can you hear me? Is it too loud?
No, you're good, bro. You're good. Now, I want you to know I'm not disagreeing or anything like that. I'm just pointing out the fact that when you have something that goes downhill this quickly, the bar is set pretty low, and pretty much Trump could literally just spit and hit a bullseye, and he would do better than Biden.
There's a picture my dad showed me, and I wish I could share it on screen, but we have the convention. I'll have to share it after. And it's if you go on my channel on the Get the Memo, I shared it. It's basically Biden saying we got to put Trump in the bullseye, and then all of a sudden the assassination attempt happens. Which, by the way, the assassination attempt, that if it wasn't a setup, which I don't see how it wasn't. Then if it was just regular, it's a security failure, and they were complicit.
Well, and I'll tell you this: it takes some balls for the man to have his ear grazed. But the funny thing is, he continues on like a freaking machine or a soldier, and just keeps moving.
Well,
say what you will, it takes some balls.
I mean, I wouldn't be at a convention. I would be at home acting like I can't do anything. That's what I would be doing.
I think that's what anybody would be doing. But the fact that he, okay, this is what I'm going to say to you. Regardless of whether you're Republican or Democrat, you're so desensitized by Biden that I literally think everybody's going to be voting Trump.
This is going to be one of the worst losses for a Democrat since Walter Mondale.
I agree, and I think the one thing that could have unified both parties more so than anything is an absolutely crap president. And I have to tell you, Biden's term reminds me of a Japanese shogun because he just seems like a figurehead to me.
I mean, there's probably a few people running the country and just putting Biden's stamp on it, Biden's name and signature on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, this whole pronouns bullshit, this whole, transgenders and people's bath in the women.
Did you know? Did you know? I'm not gonna watch Inside Out 2.
Why?
Apparently, they have the main character in the movie swinging both ways.
The next First Lady of the United States.
Oh, Melania, huh?
Mrs. Melania Trump.
I heard rumors that she was like, nope, I don't want anything to fucking do with this shit. But okay, she's here. We're gonna have to speak to a Slovakian or Slovenian. Where's she from? Slovenia?
I think it's Czechoslovakia, maybe.
What are they showing?
Right now they're showing. It's just the stage, and at the bottom it says Republican National Convention, and then it says focuses on Make America Great Again, Great Once Again, and then it says for final night. But right now it's just it's her making her way to the stage. She appears to be in red with long blonde curly hair.
Of course she's blonde. Let me go get my glasses. Hold on.
That's what he said.
She's blonde. You can't deny it.
As if I was trying to. How quickly opinions can change, am I right?
Yeah. Well, I think Biden's just been so bad. I think Biden's just been so freaking bad that I don't know what choice America has. I mean, I'd rather RFK Jr., but...
Well, the funny thing is, some people were saying that if there was ever a time for the third-party candidate to get a win, it would be now. And I'm thinking to myself, you're so full of crap, your eyes are brown.
Well, I don't think so, because 63% of the American people support a third party. It's just everyone's so scared. Oh, it's not going to work. Because the media's told them that. Now, here's Melania Trump.
Melania.
So what are they doing now? I hear the music.
This is a story as uniquely American as the ideals and freedoms we all cherish. A story of a life dedicated to dreaming big. A story about giving back to the people in his beloved city. But most of all, this is a story about putting his country first. And it's a story...
I mean, I don't think Trump really put our country first. I think... And it's unfortunate. I think Trump listened to all the wrong people. He hired all the wrrong people, like Pompeo, like what's his name, McMaster, like John, what's it, Bolton or whatever his name was. He hired he literally said we're gonna get rid of the swamp, drain the swamp. That was 2016's logo. What did he do? He didn't drain the swamp. He filled the swamp.
Politicians sought his approval.
So I don't
just loved him, and he loved them.
I don't think Trump will make a great change, because look, under Trump the median wages were down. We still had more than 47 million people on food stamps.
Isn't it increasing taxes though to increase wages?
$12 million.
What was that?
Isn't it increasing taxes though to increase wages?
Egan tells us now he accomplished
you don't have to increase taxes to increase wages.
Couldn't do in 6 years.
You really, because let's put it this way.
A great public service.
I was just
There was no
concentrating
denying
concentrating on that.
Donald Trump was the
McDonald's.
toast of the town.
The McDonald's
But
is
he
a
was also
over
something
$100
even
billion
more important,
corporation,
a
right?
patriotic American.
Yeah.
And like
So,
many others, he was
I don't
becoming
agree with
increasingly troubled by the
just
direction of our
immediately
country.
raising the wage to $24. What do they do? Like $20 an hour?
Of seeing what's happening with this
For,
Um,
country,
for
how
fast food
how we're
workers, that's
really
all that
making
is
other
too.
people live like kings,
Yeah,
and
well,
we're
but what
not.
I'm saying
You said,
is,
though, that if you did run for president, you believe you'd
so
win.
this is him on Oprah.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life. And if I did decide
But
to
what
do
I
it,
would say
I
is,
think I'd be inclined. I would say that I would have a hell of a chance of winning because I think people. I don't know
look,
how your audience feels, but I think
you
people
should
are
raise the
tired of
minimum
seeing the
wage
United States
and
ripped off.
tie it to inflation.
But who would ever run for
But my
president
point is,
and lead
even
such
if
a
they raised it to
glamorous
$30
life?
an hour,
Appearances
McDonald's
in
has more
movies,
money in their right
best-selling
nut
books,
than
widely
most
popular
other
TV
corporations.
show.
So them
But for Donald
firing
J.
people
Trump,
is
the
just a
calling to save
statement.
his country was even
Because,
stronger.
like In and Out,
Mission
they said
more
goodbye to San
important.
Francisco.
The number
All
of
they had to
Americans
do
being
was
left
raise their
behind
wage about
too
$1.50.
large.
You know
And
why?
so,
Because they
in
already
Donald
paid
Trump
their
fashion,
people in San
he
Francisco
announced
$22.50.
he was running for president.
So the
And
fact
it
that,
put
oh
him
my
in
God, we can't even
And
support us. We're
he
gonna go
did.
bankrupt. No, you're not. You're a $5 billion corporation.
So you think they're just making excuses not to?
Yeah, absolutely. If they
From
said
his
like
first day in office,
they were raising the
the
wages by
Washington
themselves,
politicians learned
McDonald's was
something
raising
about
food
President
prices
Trump.
before the whole minimum
He's
wage
not
thing went
afraid
through,
to fight for what he believes in.
Well,
and you know
so
that.
They call that
so have you?
having the
There's a video
courage
on
of your
YouTube about
convictions.
how much it costs for the
First up,
to make
the
the
Trump
sandwiches from
tax
Chick-fil-A,
cuts,
and
largest
apparently
in
each part
America's
costed them
history,
around maybe
and it led to
$1.20
higher
to make, and they're
take-home
selling them
pay
for about
for
$5 or $6.
families.
Yeah. And by the way, those tax cuts that they're mentioning, they weren't for average Americans. Like it was for the rich. He blew a $2 trillion hole in the deficit in 2017. And did you get tax cuts? I don't think so.
No.
I didn't get tax cuts.
In fact, a lot of people had their taxes increased because of the stimulus.
But before that, we're talking about the tax cuts.
No, I know. I'm just saying in general. Like,
Sure, yeah, they had their tax, but they also got certain tax credits for, like the child tax credit that Biden then took away. Everyone, Republicans and Democrats, loved the tax credits, the child tax credit per child, and yet they took that away. But what I'm saying is the Trump tax cut in 2017 blew a $2 trillion hole in the deficit. So he didn't lower the national debt. He actually increased the national debt by over $4 trillion, over $5-6 trillion actually. What I'm saying is people did not get tax cuts. They didn't get tax cuts. It was the rich. They got rid of the estate tax. They got rid of healthcare deduction tax. They got rid of the estate tax, meaning you could have 5 estates and not pay taxes on them.
there have been rumors for a while that Biden was going to forgive student loans, and that never happened.
He did like little by little, kind of like Trump. He did little by little, and he did it for disability. But you know what's so funny? Everyone else got their loans forgiven. Us with disabilities, we have to sign a form. We don't know where that form is. We don't even know how that's even going to work. But everyone else did.
Yeah.
Enemies smelled weakness.
So I'm not happy with Trump or Biden as president. They're both.
I think if you want the lesser of two evils, you're going to be Trump.
I don't think there is a lesser of two evils. They both take money from the richest corporations on the goddamn planet. I think Trump supports democracy a little bit more, but you know what's so funny is now he supports mail-in voting. Whereas in 2020 he said no, I don't support mail-in voting. So why the sudden?
I know that a lot of. Did you know that there are a lot of ballots for? There were a lot of ballots for deceased individuals.
So committed to fighting.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it should be looked into. I think it should be looked into. I think any election, whether Biden or Trump won, it should be looked into. But it's so funny. You can question the 2016 election. You can say, oh, it's rigged. Because remember, they kept calling him an illegitimate president. He's not really illegitimate because the votes. Because of his support for Russia. When he was tougher on Russia than anybody else. But you can't say that about Biden.
Please welcome Kid Rock.
Ah, yeah, Kid Rock.
My name is Kid Rock.
Oh, he's gonna perform?
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna blast this a little bit. I love Kid Rock.
I don't mind.
How loud is it?
Yeah, it's semi-loud, but not too loud.
Could you go on YouTube?
I don't have an extra device on me, unfortunately. My iPad is actually downstairs.
All right, hold on. I'll just...
The devil without a cause. I'm back with the beaver hats and Ben Davis slacks. 30-pack of strolls.
Now this song's from the 1990s.
Gosh, it makes me feel old. I don't mean that as a bad thing. I'm just saying it. Oh gosh. If there's anything that makes me feel old, that'd be it.
I mean, in 1998, 99.
Oh god. I was born in 91, bro.
How old were you in 99?
Oh, heck, I was about 8 years old.
Oh, okay. So you were 7. No, you were 8.
No, I was born in 91. As I said, I'm 8 years. I was 8 years old.
Woo!
Damn, dude. Good God Almighty, Heidi.
What was that?
It's a good God Almighty, Heidi.
Heidi's hot. Hot Heidi.
Heidi got the honey. Couldn't help myself, bro.
I just had to. I wanted to see how loud we were, but it was. But it's not too bad. Oscar had my graduation at like 100. I couldn't hear shit.
Yeah, I know. Bro,
it still sounds better than us because I actually test out audio.
Yeah, I get it.
Woo! Fuck, this shit's dope. I love Kid Rock.
It is pretty beast.
Yeah, Kid Rock has always been fucking dope.
Ain't nobody skimp on that boy. I'll tell you what.
Huh.
Ain't nobody skimp on that boy.
I'm dead. It's just no cool shit.
Darn right it is.
I mean, I love Kid Rock, so. Because he went from this kind of rap rock to country rock.
There are some like similar folks that have made that transition. Have you ever heard of Hootie and the Blowfish?
Yeah.
Darius Rucker.
He went rock to country.
Yeah, but I mean, similar transition though.
Well, that's the only kind of transition we like. Anyway.
Good one. Shit. Now that was funny.
Should I get McDonald's or Burger King?
Me?
Yeah, I'm saying me. Should I get McDonald's or Burger King?
I say that you should get Burger King.
Okay.
Because there's a percentage of horse meat in their burgers.
So why would I get Burger King if there's a percentage of horse meat in their burgers?
Because I was just messing with you.
So which one should I get?
Honestly, I'd still say get Burger King. McDonald's isn't as cheap as it used to be.
Neither one is. I remember I used to get a Whopper for like $7. A Whopper combo for $8. Now it's like $13.
Yeah, no, it's true. I'm trying to think.
All right, now Dana White from the UFC is coming up.
He did well with that, by the way.
He was awesome.
Yeah. Ain't no doubt about it, bro. Ain't no doubt about it.
All right, let me put the volume. Well, actually, hold on.
Very impressive.
What are they doing?
They're doing like a stage transition right now.
That takes a lot.
That does, yeah. hell yeah. Okay. If you had to pick between streaking through the Republican National Convention or being popsicled by a blindness cane, which would you choose?
Stripping?
Yeah, like streaking.
Streaking or stripping?
Streaking. If you had to streak through the RNC,
Oh.
or if you had to get popsicled by a blindness cane, what would you do?
Popsicle?
Having it shoved up your backside.
So 2
I'll
weeks ago, I got
streak
a
through the
call
convention.
from President Trump asking me if I'd be willing to speak tonight. As usual,
All right, let's
there was
listen to
no
this.
pressure, no demands. He asked me as a friend, and of course I said yes. Then, after I accepted his offer, he sent me a text message, and I just want to read to you a little piece of what President Trump wrote to me. Dana, I'm so honored that you will be doing the introduction at the National Republican Convention. Think of it as the biggest fight you ever had, a fight for our country and even the world. I only wish you didn't have to interrupt your family trip, but I hope they understand they love you and they know how important this is.
Good for him.
Now think about this. This man's running for president of the United States. He's fighting for the future of this country, and he's concerned about interrupting my family trip. That's the President Trump that I know, a man who truly cares about people. The mainstream media likes to push the narrative that he doesn't care about anyone but himself. I absolutely know that's not the truth because I've been friends with this guy for 25 years. And for the people who know me, they'll know this is true. I just want to make something very clear. Nobody in the Trump campaign has ever told me what to say. Nobody tells me what to say, and I'm nobody's puppet. And I'm not telling you what to think. I'm telling you what I know. And I know President Trump. I know President Trump is a fighter. I've been saying this since 2015. Now look at what's happened over the last 10 years. We have all seen it with our own eyes. I'm in the tough guy business, and this man is the toughest, most resilient human being that I've ever met in my life.
Doubt it. Sorry, I think the military men and women are the most baddest motherfuckers.
Now, his response to the assassination attempt, I will say, was resilient.
So what's at stake here?
That was. Now I will say, I think it
text,
worked. I
and
think
quote,
he needed to do that
"A fight for our country."
because he needed to show, hey, I'm strong.
Again.
I can stand for adversity. Americans need that.
Through everything he's
They
with just
need
to get
that.
back here. We all
You
know he
know,
doesn't
like
need
that.
this.
That's
This
what
guy's
they
got a
need.
great life.
Ronald
He has
Reagan.
a beautiful
Ronald
family,
Reagan couldn't
and
do
he
that.
has achieved everything.
But the
that you
thing
could
is,
possibly
I'll
achieve
give
in
Ronald
life.
Reagan this. He didn't
I
need the
know
votes. He was already president
Trump
in March.
is literally
So
putting
he
his
could
life on
seem
the
weak.
line for something bigger than himself, and he's willing to risk it all because he loves this country.
Kudos to him for that, because that was
And I know he wants what's best for the American people, all American people. I know he's running for president to save our American dream. I'm living the American dream, and I know the American dream is very real. Whether you were born in this country or came here from someplace else, this is the last real land of opportunity.
it's quite a way to word it, I will say.
President Reagan once
was that?
said,
He's
government's first duty
Dana
is
White
to protect
speaks
the people,
better than I thought,
not
like more
run their
eloquently than I
lives.
thought he would.
And if you're buried in government,
Yeah,
red
me
tape,
too.
How will you ever start your own business? If
Like
you're
I
struggling to
you
pay
think
your
Dana
bills,
White, UFC
how can you
CEO?
ever afford to start a
What?
family? And if you don't feel safe in your own town, why would you ever buy a house? I know that President Trump is fighting to save the American dream, and that's what's at stake in this election. We We are choosing who we want to lead us in this fight. I know President Trump is a proven leader, a fearless leader, and this country was in a much better place when he was in the Oval Office.
He was a great leader. Look, do I think he did some things right?
In
Absolutely.
My mind,
he treated America like a business, and that's what America needs.
This election, we all get to
I
choose.
don't see that.
I know.
I mean,
I'm
because
choose strength and security.
as a businessman,
I know I'm going to choose.
Yeah, you're kind of controlled by your investors, but you still have more freedom than because, bro, he was taking money from the biggest corporations on the planet. That's my problem. Is I wanted a president. I wanted Trump because he doesn't need all that money. But I mean, the NRA bought him. Big Pharma bought him. He said that someone said they cut prescription prices and all shit. No, they didn't.
I know America.
You know how I know? Because I'm on
leader,
Medicaid and I had to pay higher prices under Trump, but I'm paying double under Biden.
I know Donald
I just want there to be a way to like have two insurances and it not be a problem.
All right, here we go.
And soon to be 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
That man will be the president from jail.
You think they're gonna put him in prison? Their cases are not. They can't even. Their cases are falling apart at the seams. They're falling apart more than Oscar.
Nobody can fall apart more than Oscar. Let's be real.
I mean, Oscar's falling apart so much he doesn't even have arms anymore.
Oscar is flaky like a biscuit from Red Lobster that's going out of business.
Oscar's more flaky than a snowflake. Now, is Lee Greenwood actually up there?
One more time.
Is Lee Greenwood actually up there?
Yes, he is.
This is his second time being here. Yeah, he does sound good. Huh? When was this song? 95?
Yeah. Can I tell you something that I really respect?
What?
I can't stand going to a concert live and hearing somebody who sounds worse live than they do on the radio. I don't.
Oh, Jesus.
I do not respect that from a musician.
Next to you
and defend your still today, because there ain't no doubt I love this land.
God bless.
My father's a former National Guardsman.
Awesome shit.
Oh yeah. He actually was Top Gun in his unit.
Oh shit.
If it wasn't for me being born, he would have ended up in Desert Storm.
How does this part go? Tennessee.
The Tennessee.
Texas.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. New York to LA.
Well, at
least I know I'm free,
and I won't forget
the man who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you
and defend her still today.
I love this land.
God bless the USA.
I'm sorry for my awful singing, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, it couldn't be any worse than mine.
Oh, this is so cool.
I'm the one who sounds like he's pissing out his mouth.
I sound like I'm shitting out of my mouth. I sound like someone's trying to gargle from my throat and then make me gargle. I sound like Oscar when he's sleeping.
Bro, Nivula, uvula. Get it?
Yeah.
Mivula, uvula.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, bro. I got you. You good, man? You good, bro? I got you. I won't go steer you wrong.
All right, here goes President Trump.
He's gonna play his Trump card. Watch, nobody can beat him at poker.
Let me put this at 50%.
What's up?
I'm gonna. You know what? I'll put this at. I'll put it at 65.
Does the convention end after his speech?
Yeah, this is the last. They always end after the either current president or former or future president or.
It'll be interesting because I'm curious if they will actually like if they'll mention dumb question of, but if they'll mention the assassination.
You know he's gonna mention it. He should.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
All right, here we go.
Wow. And thank you, Dana.
Dude, he's been there since like
Thank you, Kid Rock.
6 p.m.
Sometimes referred to as Bob.
Central Time. 7.
It's really impressive, actually.
Yeah.
And thank you, Lee, right from the beginning. Thank you very much. What a talent. What a beautiful, beautiful soul. Thank you.
But he gets a bad rap, though, as far as his personality.
Delegates and fellow citizens, I stand before you this
You know what I
evening
mean?
with a
Yeah.
message of confidence, strength, and hope. 4 months from now,
I mean,
we will
he's like a
have
grandpa who shoots
an
from the
incredible
fucking
victory,
hip. He reminds me of my grandpa.
and we will begin the 4 greatest years
The most
in
impressive
history
hair ever.
of our country.
Huh?
The most impressive hair ever.
No, his hair looks
Together
like hot
we will launch
Cheetos.
a new era of safety,
But it looks like a little whippy dip kind of thing. It's like
race, religion, color, and creed. The discord and division in our society must be healed. We must heal it. As Americans, we are bound together by a
I don't
single
like the
faith
start of this speech.
and a shared destiny. We rise together or we fall apart.
I don't like the start of the speech.
I am
Why?
running to be
It's too
president
hollow.
for all of America.
Dude,
not half of
I think it's
America.
the echo.
Because there
probably,
is
like
no
the sonar in the
victory
room.
in winning for half.
No,
of
no, I'm
America.
saying Trump is too low. I mean,
So
hopefully,
tonight,
I think
with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you.
I think as he goes on, he'll get a little more lively because I'm bored of shit right now.
Well, you're listening to stuff about a lot of people are going to make the argument that politics will do that to you.
No, because Trump, he's. I tell you what.
I tell you what.
I'm eating hot Cheetos.
Thank you very much.
Look, whatever you do with your hot Cheetos, your business.
Only eat your Cheetos. Whoa.
Sorry, Mr. Gargler. Damn, dude. I had to, man.
Thank
You know I
very
did.
much. And we will do it right.
That's what she
We'll do
said.
it right.
I told the
Let me
airport security
begin
that Oscar
this
looks like
evening
Mr.
by
Potato Head.
expressing my gratitude to the American
If they forgot his
people
nose.
for your
Oh.
outpouring of love and support following the assassination attempt at my rally on Saturday.
There you go.
Kudos to you for mentioning me. I knew we knew he would.
As you already know, the assassin's bullet came within a quarter of an inch of taking my life. So many people have asked me, what happened? Tell us what happened, please. And therefore, I will tell you exactly what happened. And you'll
I want
never
him to call
hear
out the
it from
Secret
me
Service.
a second time because it's actually
You want him to
too
call out the
painful
Secret
to
Service?
tell.
Yeah.
It was a warm,
I should.
beautiful day in the early evening in Butler Township in the great
Ooh, Butler
Commonwealth.
Township. Okay, I get you,
Pennsylvania.
buddy.
Music was loudly playing, and the campaign was doing really well. I went to the stage, and the crowd was cheering wildly. Everybody was happy. I began speaking very strongly, powerfully, and happily because I was discussing the great job my administration did on immigration at the southern border. We were very proud of it.
That's the one thing I do disagree with Biden on.
Behind
Complete
me
open borders. I don't agree with
and to
completely
the
closing the
right
border, but I also don't
was a
think like
large screen
let's just
that
open it
was
like our legs. Like, what?
displaying a chart of
America's
border
become a bunch of
crossings
whores.
under my leadership.
Like Aaron.
The numbers were
I
absolutely
mean,
amazing.
you're the one who paid.
In order to
Whoa.
see the chart, I started to, like this, turn to my right and was ready to begin a little bit further turn, which I'm very lucky I didn't do. when I heard a loud whizzing sound and felt something hit me really, really hard on my right ear. I said to myself, wow, what was that? It can only be a bullet. And moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all
I didn't
over
know
the
her
place.
pussy had blood. I grabbed her by the
I
pussy, and it
immediately
turns
knew
out
it
the blood
was
grabbed me.
very serious, that we were under attack. And in one
Wow.
movement proceeded to drop
Nice
to the
job.
ground. Bullets were continuing to fly as very
Bullets were
brave
continuing
Secret
to
Service
fly.
agents rushed to the stage, and they really did. They rushed to the stage.
At least he's strong about it. Like he's not pussyfooting around.
These
You
are
know, there
great
were two
people.
women, Secret
Yes,
Service
yes,
agents,
I will tell
that
you.
couldn't even
And
protect them. They couldn't
pounced
even holster their
on
gun.
top of me.
Oh wow.
And
So that I
I
would
don't
be
know, you could see
protected.
it. You could literally see it.
There
They're
was
like 2
blood
feet
pouring
shorter than him. What are they
everywhere,
gonna do?
and yet
Protect his
in a
ass?
certain way, I felt
mean, they
very
were
safe
cheeky.
because I had God on my side. I felt that.
Yeah, you did, buddy. Yeah, you did.
What about Allah?
A lot of good that did.
The amazing thing is that
You know you
prior
like that
to
one.
the shot, if I had not moved my head at that very last instant, the assassin's bullet would have perfectly hit its mark, and I would not be here tonight. We would not be together. The most
The
incredible
person behind him
aspect
died.
of what took place on that
Fuck
terrible
yeah.
evening in the fading sun
I hope he went to
was
see their
actually
family
seen
and stuff.
later. In almost all cases, as you probably know, and when even a single bullet is fired, just a single bullet, and we had many bullets that were being fired, crowds run for the exits or stampede, but not in this case. It's very unusual.
That's actually very unusual.
It is, yeah.
That was unusual. Because if it would have been me, I'd have been like, ah!
Been
This
booking it for the
massive
freaking
crowd
hills,
of
bro.
tens of
I'd fucking
thousands
book
of
it so
people
fast the librarian would have
stood
been
by
jealous.
and didn't move an
Oh!
inch. In fact, many
Dewey
of them
Decimal
bravely
this.
but automatically stood up looking for where the sniper would be. They knew immediately it was a sniper.
Oh, that's
Oh,
crazy.
And then
shit.
began pointing at him.
I know, right?
You can see that if you look at the group behind me. That was just a small group compared to what was in front.
And then
Nobody
in back.
ran, and by not stampeding,
Well,
many
they
lives were
pointed him
saved.
out, and law enforcement didn't do
But
jack
that isn't
shit.
the reason
A cop, according to the AP,
that
climbed
they
up
didn't
on the
move.
roof,
The reason is
confronted the
that
guy, and
they
the
knew
guy
I was
pointed the
in
rifle, and the
very
cop
serious
cowered.
trouble. They saw it. They saw me go down.
And the Secret
They saw
Service,
the
they
blood
had him 3 minutes before he
and thought
made the shot.
Actually,
He shot that
most
shot.
did. I
That was the
dead.
problem, is they didn't take care of
They
him
knew it was a
now,
shot to the head.
then.
They saw the blood.
Yeah, no, it's true.
There's an interesting statistic. The ears are the bloodiest part. If something happens with the ears, they bleed more than any other part of the body.
I thought it was your head,
For
like your
whatever
skull.
reason, the doctors told me
Well,
that.
yeah.
I said, why is there so much blood? He said, it's the ears. They bleed more. So we learned something, but
Why does he sound like
just-
that?
Because he's
Come on,
they
Grandpa,
just
wake
this
up.
beautiful crowd. They didn't want to leave me. They
What
knew I
the
was
fuck?
in trouble. They didn't want to leave me. And you can see that love written all over their
He sounds like a
faces.
grandpa that, like, you know that grandpa that just came home from a check when he was told something and he's freaking out
Incredible
for no
people.
reason?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He sounds like
Incredible
that.
people.
Oh my
Bullets were
gosh,
flying
dude.
over us.
He does.
Yet I
Didn't he
felt
sound like that?
serene.
A little bit,
Now
yeah.
the Secret
He
Service
sounded,
agents were putting
"I'll tell you
themselves
what,
in
son,
peril. They were in
I
very
didn't know what I was going to survive.
dangerous
I'll tell you
territory.
what.
No,
Bullets were
see, the way
flying
you
right
made that
over us.
impression made you sound like
By a very
Bill Clinton.
small amount of
I'll tell you
inches.
what, I didn't even know.
And then it
Peoria
all
was gonna be
stopped.
I
around.
did not have sexual
Our
relations
Secret
with that
Service
woman.
Goddamn, her pussy was good. Like,
from
oh,
a
oops.
much greater distance.
I was
And
trying to
with
find a little
only
man in the boat.
one
Yeah, hey,
bullet
Monica
used,
was pretty hot at 22. Not gonna lie,
took the assassin's
Oh.
life. Took him out.
he was fucking hot. I mean, she's a milf and she's gorgeous.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
look
not
up a picture.
supposed to be here tonight. Not supposed to be here.
But no, he did say, "Oh, son, you know."
He wanted some Lewinsky Pinsky. Oh, Lord, help me.
I'm gonna take a seat back.
Thank
He
you.
wants. He wanted some. He wanted some. He wanted some
But I'm
Lewinsky
not.
and his Binsky.
And I'll tell you,
Well, maybe not his Binsky.
I stand
maybe
before
his,
you in
Binsky,
this
his front.
arena only by the grace of Almighty God.
All right, come on, guy. Come on, Trump. Get to the lively Trump. Come on, man.
Lively
In
Trump.
watching the reports
You know
over
what
the
I
last
mean.
few days, many
Yeah.
people say it was a providential moment. Probably was. When I rose surrounded by Secret Service, the crowd was confused because they thought I was dead. And there was great, great sorrow. I could see that on their faces as I looked out. They didn't know I was looking out. They thought it was over. But I could see it, and I wanted to do something to let them know I was okay. I raised my right arm, looked at the thousands and thousands of people that were breathlessly waiting, and started shouting, "Fight, fight, fight."
And you know the media got on him. Oh, he did fight. Trump's violent. What a fucking set of idiots. And they said Trump was rushed off stage. No, he wasn't.
Once my clenched fist went up, and it was
He was
high
trying to unite
into
people.
the
That's
air,
what he
you
was
all
trying to
see
do.
that.
They were saying, oh, he was rushed off
The
stage.
crowd
And they said
realized
Trump
I
fell.
was okay.
No, he didn't
and
fall.
roared
They're
with
trained.
pride for our
They
country.
are
like
trained.
no
Presidents are
crowd
trained
I
to go
have
down
ever
like
heard
that.
before.
I will stand by and say
Never
that
heard anything like it.
there was
I'm just
nothing
tired of
other
the fucking
than.
media, bro.
For
Yeah,
the rest
no.
of my
Media
life,
is
I
a
will
bunch
be
of crap.
grateful for the
And they're to
shown by
blame.
that
They are
giant
part of the
audience
blame.
of patriots
They are.
that stood bravely on that
Because all they're
fateful
going to do is just stir
evening
the
in
pot for the sake of
Pennsylvania.
ratings.
Yep.
Tragically, the shooter claimed the life of one of our fellow Americans, Corey, comparator, unbelievable person, everybody tells me.
Firefighter, a hero who was a volunteer firefighter for 3 years.
And
Leaves
seriously
behind
wounded
2 daughters.
two
And
other
his
great
wife.
warriors.
Did you hear that
Spoke to them
blood-curdling
today.
scream from his daughter?
David Dutch.
I mean,
Yeah.
oh my
James
God. I don't want to cry on
Copenhaver.
stream, but
Two great
Oof.
people.
Well, I mean, think about it from her
I also
perspective. If you
spoke
saw
to
your
all
dad
three
basically die right
families
in
of
front of
these
you, you'd be
tremendous
screaming
people.
too.
Our
Yeah.
love and prayers are with them, and always will be. We're never going to forget
Call
that.
your
Came
folks,
for
people, tell them you
great
love them.
rally. They were serious Trumpsters, I want to tell you. They were serious Trumpsters.
oh
and
my
still
God. He
are.
had to go here.
But Corey, unfortunately,
He had to go
we
there.
have to use the past tense. He was incredible.
I
He
mean,
was a highly respected former fire chief, respected by everybody.
it's a
He was
classic move
accompanied
because
by
it's
his
what he has to do to
wife,
get them to
Helen,
get people to unite
incredible
around
woman.
him.
I spoke to her today, devastated.
I just think he needs to stroke his
And 2
ego.
precious daughters. He lost his life selflessly acting as a human shield to protect them from flying bullets. He went
That's what a
right
daddy
over the
does.
top of them and was hit.
Yep. Hell, I'm an uncle,
What
and
a
that's what I
fine
would
man
do.
he was.
Yeah, me too. That's our job.
I'd take that damn bullet in a freaking heartbeat.
Well, you do it for your little sister, and I know you would, but you would also do it for your big sister, even though she's older than you. You
I'd
would.
do it for anybody, even if they weren't my family. I'd still do
Well,
it.
yeah, but as a family, right? At the boys, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah. No, I'm just
Right?
saying, like,
Well, yeah.
that's the kind of man I am. Say what you will, like.
I've always wondered if you were a man.
I mean, according to you, what you found out already.
Oh, trust me. There's a lot of things I found out, but there's some question marks in your asshole. Oh, okay. We went there tonight.
You live there tonight.
No, I actually came out for a little bit.
I want to thank the fire department and the family for sending his helmet, his outfit, and it was just something. They're going to do something very special when they get it, but we did something which cannot match what happened, not even close. But I am very proud to say that over the past few days, we've raised $6.3 million for the families of David, James, and Corey including from a friend of mine. Just hold up. He sent me
My
a
family's
check
home, by
right
the way,
here. I
so if
just
you
got
hear
it.
noises, that's why.
$1 million
Or whatever they do in their personal time is their business.
from Dan Newland. Thank you, Dan.
I went there tonight.
Yep.
And again, last night to the family, I told them, I said, well, I'm going to be sending you a lot of money, but it can't compensate. They all said the same thing. You're right, sir. We appreciate so much what you're doing, but nothing can take the place in the case of Corey. And the other two, by the way, they were very, very seriously injured, but now they're doing very well. They're going to be okay.
That's awesome.
They're going to be doing very well.
Yeah. I'm going to send you a quick text.
They're warriors. So now I ask that we observe a moment of silence in honor of our friend Corey.
Let me know what you think. I sent it to you.
There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for others. This is the spirit that forged America in her
Yeah, you're good,
darkest
brother.
hours.
That's fine.
This is the love that will lead America back to the summit
Man's
of
got to eat.
human achievement and greatness. This is what we need.
I haven't had carbs in
Despite
over a month.
such a heinous attack, we unite this evening more
What have you had?
determined than ever.
Vegetables
I am more
and lean
determined
meat.
than ever, and so are you. So is everybody on this side.
I've dropped 20 pounds already.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. I need to do more. I'm supposed to get down from 293 to 207.
Thank you very much.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
I'll show off the abs, bro. You ain't even know.
Oh, don't make me fall for you more.
Well, as soon as the lady comes along, she'll be taking your place. It's okay.
Oh, that'll never
Resolve is
happen. I got rid of
unbroken
Maddie. I
and
can
our
get rid of the other
purpose is
bitch.
unchanged to deliver a government that serves the American people
Bro, you a
better
trip.
than
You a
ever
trip.
before. Nothing will stop me
You a trip.
in this mission
let's
because
listen to
our
the orange
vision
guy.
is righteous and our cause is pure.
Oh,
No matter what obstacle comes our
Oh, I
way,
got a cramp
we
on my
will
side.
not break, we will not bend.
I've got
We
a
will
cat
not
meowing
back
outside my
down,
bedroom
and
door.
I will never
Oh,
stop
how
fighting for
cute.
you, your
Bring the kitty.
family, and our
She
magnificent country.
scratches up my bed all the time. I don't like it.
Never. And everything I have to give with all of the energy and fight in my heart and soul, I
Shit.
pledge
Are you
to
okay?
our nation tonight. Thank
I
you
was
very
last
much.
time I looked.
Pledge that to our nation. We turn our nation around, and we're going to do it very
was great,
quickly.
though.
Thank you. This election should be about the issues facing our country and how to
Agreed.
make America successful, safe, free, and great again. In an
He's gonna
age
win.
when our politics too
After,
often
I mean,
divide
the
us,
top Democrats
now
are
is the
telling Nancy
time to
Pelosi
remember that we are
Biden's going to
all
cost you the
fellow
House. And
citizens. We
so,
are
will
one
they make him
nation
step
under
down?
God, indivisible, with liberty
I mean,
and
I
justice
think
for
they
all.
should if they want a sliver of a chance.
Yeah.
He's going to win no matter who they put up there.
Well, at the assassination attempt, in my opinion, just sealed it.
Oh, yeah,
And
he
we
didn't eat it
must
though.
not criminalize
He was
dissent,
going to
No,
win,
he
but yeah,
didn't.
this made people go, okay, no,
political
too far.
disagreement, which is
Even people
what's
that
been
weren't my
happening
cousins that weren't
in
voting
our
for Trump, they're
country
not
lately.
voting for
There
Trump.
are African American
ever seen
individuals that
before.
before this
In that spirit, the
were
Democrat
going to vote
Party
for
should
him.
immediately stop weaponizing the justice system and labeling their political
There you go.
opponent
There you go,
as an
Trump.
enemy of
Get it.
democracy.
Get it. Because their sham January 6th committee, the sham
Especially
indictments.
since
The
that is
sham
not true. In
Juneteenth.
fact, I am the one saving democracy for the people of our country.
Get it, man. Well done for you. That's
Yeah,
I
And that's
love
very
to
big
see.
news, as you probably just read. On Monday, a major ruling was handed down from a highly respected federal judge in Florida, Eileen Cannon, finding that the prosecutor and the fake documents case against me were totally unconstitutional, and the entire case was thrown out of court.
Wow, really?
All of that publicity.
And the
thrown out
FBI
of
was
court.
caught planting evidence about that. By the way, did you know that?
No, I didn't.
If
It's crazy.
Democrats
The
want to unify our
FBI was
country,
caught planting
they should
evidence
drop these
against Trump,
partisan witch hunts. We've had this for
and they
approximately
were
8
caught.
years. And they should do that without delay.
Wow.
Do you still hear it?
No, not anymore.
You don't hear it? Oh shit!
No, bro.
Something went wrong. Okay, hold on.
We've gotten a good bit of the speech
Okay,
so
hold
far,
on.
so I'm glad where we've gotten so far.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Yeah, Chris.
Oh.
Mm.
Could you imagine if somebody walks in on the stream, like joins in just at that moment?
You know, just like the Republican convention. Oh,
Delay and
what
allow
the
an
fuck?
election to proceed. That is.
Yeah, I can hear it again. You're good.
Did something. It was beautiful. In fact, some very serious people said that we should.
Sorry for skipping the speech.
take
I
that
tried
letter
pulling
and
off
put
my
it as
headphone,
part of the
my
Bro,
earphone.
you're good.
But
You're good. You're good.
platform.
You don't gotta. You don't gotta explain. You don't gotta explain
Well,
as best
no,
you can.
Mr.
I was
Congressman,
trying to get the thing to play
but
on
it
the
captivated so many.
climax, but
So
that's
I
okay.
also want to
I get you, bro.
thank my entire
That's it.
family.
You don't gotta explain to me. I know
being
you're
here.
doing everything you
Don,
can.
Kimberly, Ivanka and Jared, Eric and Lara, Tiffany and Michael, Barron. We love our Barron.
I like Laura Trump's speech, how she did an impression of him. Not bad. I was
And
like,
of
what
course, my 10 wonderful grandchildren. You saw a few of them up there on my lap before.
My opinion of him definitely changed over the past few years. Like ever since his celebrity days.
I mean, was he good?
I just thought he was an annoying New Yorker.
You know, he was on
Well, so
probably
Still
the
is.
only vacation he's
my
had in
thought
about,
was,
maybe
how
ever.
is he going to care about the country
He
when
works, but about
most of
10
what he cares
years
about is his
with his
pocket?
wife, very far away. I won't
Still
tell you where,
does.
but
I
very,
mean,
it was
very far
different.
away,
Still-
beautiful place.
No, I still think he
And
only
my
cares about his
people called
pocket.
And he said,
But
I won't be able to do it. This
if
is
we can
many,
get
many
Biden out of
years. I
office,
promised my
cool.
wife I can't do it.
I
I
actually
think
think
he's
he
the
does
worst
care about the
leader.
country and care about people.
Because he was my first, second, and third choice.
Okay.
I said, well, you know, that's too bad, but I understand he's away and it's good. It's good for him. And that was it. About 30 minutes later, she came back in, sir, Dana just called. He's going to do it. And his wife, she said, you can't turn him down. You just can't do it. You have to go. That's a good wife.
Now, I don't like his JD Vance pick. I think he could have picked Ramaswamy and well, Trump could have
So
picked the
he got
damn
on a
fucking
plane.
sand
got
and he
here
would
a
have
little
won.
while ago. Now he's going to get on the
He could
plane.
have picked you and he
In a
would have
little
won.
while, He's going to go back home to his
Yeah,
wife.
no kidding. I would have lost a lot of friends.
And, I just want to thank her and him and their whole family because that's not easy.
Yeah.
Picked Oscar.
Same thing.
Could have picked Oscar and would have won. And Oscar, well, I don't know. You know what?
No, yeah, I was going to say
He
you
said, I
might
wanna
not
be
have
a
to draw the
part
line
of it.
there.
That's a little too far.
I want to be a part because, you know, Kid does his great song, big, big monster song. I had no idea. You know, he became a friend of mine over the last 10 years. And he's amazing. Everyone loves him. I didn't even know how big he was. You know, he has rallies, 35, 40,000 people he gets every time he goes out. I think he's making so much money, he doesn't know what the hell to do with it. You want to know? And then we have my other friend, and I've known him so long, and we took that song, and it was a big success, but we made that. I saw a chart of great songs to America. That was #1 on the chart recently, #1. So
Do you hear my
that's
mom
Lee
in the
Greenwood,
background?
very
No.
special, beautiful person. He's a beautiful man. But they all wanted to be here. They called. And how about the Hulkster? How good was he? Is he up? Where is he?
Yeah, I was like, Hulk Hogan's there? What the hell?
Did you see the video that was online with him and a kid? And the kid was like shooting a promo to him.
Oh,
You know, they may call it.
Did you see that?
They may
No.
call that entertainment. I know
Dude, you
about
got to see that.
entertainment.
That's freaking
When
hilarious,
he used to lift
man.
the 350-pound
The
man
kid literally shoots a
over his
promo
shoulders
on
and then
Hulk
bench
Hogan.
press him
Oh.
2 rows into the audience. I say maybe entertainment, but he is one strong son of a gun. I will tell you, I watched it many times. There aren't a lot of entertainers that can do that, right? You were fantastic. Thank you very much. Followed by Eric. What was that all about? Boy, that was good. I didn't want to really come up here. But he was so great, and he's such a good young man.
This is
He
such
went
a
through
boring
lot of
speech
trouble,
compared
and
to
Don last night
2020
was
and
incredible. He
2016.
went through so much trouble.
It
They
seems
got
like he's more
subpoenaed
trying to make
than any
conversation
people
than actually
probably
get
in the history of the United States. Every week they
I
get
need a
another
speech,
subpoena
though. This just sounds like a
from
regular
the
Trump rally. I need a
Democrats,
president
crazy
to
Nancy
speak to me.
Pelosi,
If
the
I'm an
whole
American,
thing.
I mean,
Just
you know
boom,
what?
boom, boom.
Trump could just stand there and
You know what? Me and Melania were in bed the other day and we were talking
They've got
about
to stop
if we need
that
a new
because
mattress.
they're
and he would
destroying our
win. So
country.
it doesn't matter.
We have to work on making America great again,
I
not
literally
on
think you
beating
could
people.
take
And
a
we
shit in a
won. We
bucket
beat them in all. We beat them on the
Put it on
impeachments. We
stage.
beat them on indictments. We
and
beat
it would
them.
still beat Biden
Time
in a
that you have
debate.
to spend,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the time that you have to spend, if they would
And
devote
that
that
dump could be
genius
real
to
extra smelly and have some
helping
corn
our
in it and it would
country,
still win.
we'd have a much
Yep.
stronger and better country.
Kudos to him, though.
Yeah.
And Jason, the biggest star in country music. Jason, thank you for being here.
Oh, Jason Aldean.
Jason,
Jason Aldean you up.
thank you very much. Jason
That doesn't make
Aldean, he's
sense.
good.
That doesn't make sense.
I like his
That's why I
wife
said
even
it.
better, by the way. She's here. Thank you, Jason. But I'm
Thank you,
thrilled to
Jason.
have a new friend and partner fighting by my side. The next Vice President of the United States, the current Senator from Ohio, J.D. Vance, and his incredible wife, Usha.
It's Yusha. But okay, Trump can't fucking say his wife's name. I hear your sister.
Yeah, I guess they're doing something, moving something around in the room.
He's going to be a great.
I don't like
He's
his
going to
VP
be
pick.
great.
I just
This
I think it's a
country
great
and
story.
his movement,
I
greatest
think there were
movement in
better
the history of our
options.
country.
I
Make America
honestly, I
great
really
again.
do. And honestly,
criticize
he's
it,
only
they
been
say
in the
we're gonna
Senate 2
try and
years,
stop
and he
Matt.
doesn't
I
have
said,
the
Matt, this is making
relationships.
America great again. What are you going to
You know what I mean?
Maybe,
to stop?
but I'm not
Then
saying
they
that I
say, "Oh, that's
disagree,
right."
but I'll
It's very
counter one
tough
point
to
with
fight it.
another. What if he's
And
doing
all of
that
the
so that
people that did try and
as
fight
a
it have
favor
failed.
to
But he's going
as
to
a
be
favor
with us
to
for a
him so that
long
he can
time,
get more
and it was an
relationships?
honor to select him. Great
That's
student at Yale.
possible,
His wife was
but
a great
it's
student
fake.
at Yale. They met at Yale. These are two smart
What
people.
he needs is what Joe Biden had for Obama. Because Joe, you know, say
So,
what you will about
JD,
Joe,
you're going to be doing this
when
for
he
a
was
long
vice
time.
president,
Enjoy the
he
ride.
needs that guy that's been friends with, you know, Rand Paul for 25 years. Rand, hey, baby, come to my house. Let me talk to you.
And a very
Right? And they've
special
had that
thank you
history of
to
let
the
me talk to you.
extraordinary people
Both of
of
them. Hey, JD, let me
Milwaukee
talk to you. Right?
and the great
That's what he
Yeah.
needs. And I just don't agree.
There they are.
But he's
There
the
they
future
are.
vice
That's-
president, and we'll have
You
to
are
give him
so
our best.
easy to spot.
I mean, it would be worse if we had Kamala Harris
Green
in
Bay's
there as
going to have a good
president.
team this
Fuck
year, right?
me.
They're going to have a
And
good
they might just do it. They might. One of
They're
my
gonna have
friends'
a good
theories
team.
is they might declare
Most
Joe
of the audience
too
doesn't like
incompetent
it,
to
but it's
even
true.
be
You're gonna have a
president
very
because
good
of
team.
COVID. And there's it's going to take too many months, so
And
Kamala
by
has
the
to
way,
be president now.
Wisconsin,
Fuck.
we are spending over
President Cackle.
$250 million
Can I be
here
honest and
creating
say
jobs and
I'm not
other
completely
economic
opposed to a female president,
development all
but
over the
I'd want her
place.
to
So I
actually be
hope you will
qualified
remember
and
this
not
in
like
November
put
and
in
give
there
us
because
your
just
vote. I am
because they
trying
want
to
a girl
buy your
president.
vote.
But
I'll
I
be
don't.
honest about
I
that.
don't. I don't think a woman should be president because, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack, but only because
And I promise we will make
I think men are
Wisconsin
built
great
more
again.
to be
We're gonna
leaders.
Show you're qualified.
Logical thinkers.
Show you're qualified. That's my main thing. Show you're
Sure,
qualified.
you could be qualified, but at
Thank
the
you.
same time,
I'm here
men are
tonight
the
to lay
more
out a vision
logical.
for the whole
Some
nation,
girl put it this way: men
to
play
every
chess,
citizen,
women
whether
play
you're a
checkers.
young or old,
And I
man
just
or
think we need a
woman,
person that plays
Democrat,
chess.
Republican, or independent.
I think that
black
there are
or
some
white,
women that do play
I'm
Asian,
chess.
gonna
or
get called
Hispanic.
sexist.
I
I think it's
extend
possible,
you a hand
but
of loyalty,
there's
I think it's
women.
possible, but
friendship.
But it's a
Together
rarity.
we will
rare.
lead America
It's
to
more
new
rare.
heights of
And why would
greatness
we
like
take on
the
something
world has
that's
never seen before.
never
We were
really
right
been
there in
seen
the first term.
to
We got
then
hit with COVID. We did a great
against
job.
something we've
Nobody
seen
knew what it
before?
was, but nobody's ever
Well,
seen
I
an
will counter
economy
that point by
pre-COVID, and then
saying
we handed over
all the
a
best
stock
achievements
market
in
that
this
was
world have never been
substantially
seen
higher
before.
than just prior to COVID.
Sure, but
Coming in,
I
did a
mean, we
great
have
job.
our
Never
chance
got
to
credit
see
for
how the
that. We got
president of
credit
Mexico
for
does now. She's
the war and
she's the new
defeating
leader, and
ISIS and so many things. A great economy, the biggest tax cuts ever, the
I,
biggest
I think
regulation cuts
I
ever,
think personally we're only going to be able to
creation of
avoid
Space
that for
Force,
so
the
long.
rebuilding of our military. We did so much.
I
We did
think it
so
will
much.
eventually
Right to
happen.
try.
My hope
Right
is
to
that when it
try
does
is a
happen,
big
she's actually
deal.
qualified and
That
she's
right
not
to
just put in
try. They were
because she's
trying
a
to get
female.
that for
well, I
52
also hope she's not
years.
liberal.
Somebody's
Yeah, I'll
terminally
agree with
ill,
that.
and hopefully there's nobody in this audience, but it does happen a lot. They're
But most
terminally
women
ill
would
and they
look to a
can't
man
use
to
our new
lead. That's the
space
thing.
age drugs and other
See,
things that
I
we're
would
way ahead
disagree,
with
at
the
least this
greatest
day and
doctors
age,
in the
because of
world,
the
the
way
greatest
the court system
laboratories
is
in
and
the
the
world, and you
way
can't do it. They've been
The
trying to get that
balance
approved
is
for 52 years. Was it that easy?
things
The
default
insurance
to
companies didn't
favor
want to
of the
do it. They
woman.
didn't want the
If a
risk.
woman is
The labs
college
didn't want to do
educated,
it
she
because if it
leaves
didn't work,
90%
people were
of
pretty far down the
relationships.
line toward death.
So do you want
They didn't
someone
want
that
to
leaves
do it.
90% of
The
relationships
doctors
to
didn't
leave
want to
in the
have it
middle
on
of
their
when the country
record,
needs
so I
her?
got everybody into an
Oh,
office.
I
52
need to go
years they
find
tried. Sounds
myself?
simple, but it's not.
No.
And I got them to
But I don't
agree
think
that
that's gonna
somebody
be
that
every
needs it
single
will,
woman.
instead of going to Asia, Europe, or
You have
We
someplace
can't.
98%
poor,
of them that
where you
are?
have no money, going home and dying.
I'm
Just
saying
die.
we can't
Got them
sort
to
of
sign an
condemn one
agreement,
for the
agree
sake of the
to it,
others.
where they're not going to sue anybody.
That's
They're
like
going to do
saying
all of this stuff. They're going
it's
to
like
get it
those folks
really
that
fast.
say
And
because
what's
of
happening
what
is
white
we're saving
ancestors did,
thousands
all
and
white people should
thousands
pay
of
the price.
lives. It's incredible. Right to try.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, let me go get my food.
It's
Hold
a
on.
great feeling.
I'll be right back.
Under our leadership, the United States will be respected again. No nation will question our power. No enemy will doubt our might. Our borders will be totally secure. Our economy will soar. We will return law and order to our streets, patriotism to our schools, and importantly, we will restore peace, stability, and harmony all throughout the world. But to achieve this future, we must first rescue our nation from failed and even incompetent leadership. We have totally incompetent leadership. This will be the most important election in the history of our country. Under the current administration, we are indeed a nation in decline. We have an inflation crisis that is making life unaffordable, ravaging the incomes of working and low-income families, and crushing, just simply crushing our people like never before. They've never seen anything like it. We also have an illegal immigration crisis, and it's taking place right now as we sit here in this beautiful arena. It's a massive invasion at our southern border that has spread misery, crime, poverty, disease, and destruction to communities all across our land. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Then there's an international crisis, the likes of which the world has seldom been part of. Nobody can believe what's happening. War is now raging in Europe and the Middle East. A growing specter of conflict hangs over Taiwan, Korea, the Philippines, and all of Asia. And our planet is teetering on the edge of World War III. And this will be a war like no other war because of weaponry. The weapons are no longer army tanks going back and forth shooting at each other. These weapons are obliteration. It's time for a change. This
I hear your
administration
nephews in the background.
can't come close
Yeah.
to solving the problems we're dealing with.
Well, thanks for dinner,
Very
Aaron.
tough,
Yeah, no
very
worries.
fierce people. They're fierce people. And we don't have fierce people.
My mom
We have people that
my
are a
mom
lot
goes,
less
"Oh,
than
you have good
fierce,
friends."
except when it comes to cheating on elections.
No worries, buddy.
and a couple of
I
other
told her
things.
you're
Then they're
you're
fierce.
stopping world hunger.
Then they're fierce.
Yep. One crazy person at a time.
I make this
Hey.
pledge to the great people of America. I will end the devastating inflation crisis.
You know I did. You know I had
Bring
to.
down interest rates and lower
Keep
the
it up,
cost of
Aaron.
energy.
You know I'm gonna hit
We
back.
will drill,
Mhm.
baby, drill.
You hear any audio?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's still going for me. It was quiet for a minute, and then I heard clapping, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Can you believe what they're doing? But by doing that, we will lead a large
Let me go let my mom have a sip. Hold on.
decline in
That's what she
prices.
said.
Prices will start to come down. Energy raised it. They took our energy policies and destroyed them. Then they immediately went back to them. But by that time, so much was lost. But we will do it at levels that nobody's ever seen before. And we'll end lots of different things. We'll start paying off debt and start lowering taxes even further. We gave you the largest tax cut. We'll do it more. You know, people don't realize I brought taxes way down, way down. And yet we took in more revenues the following year than we did when the tax rate was much higher. Most people said, how did you do that? Because it was incentive. Everybody was coming to the country. They were bringing back billions and billions of dollars into our country. The companies made it impossible to bring it back. The tax rate was too high, and the legal complications were far too great. I changed both of them.
Now that part sounds like someone's ass.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah, really.
So many other countries were brought back into our nation, and we had an economy, the likes of which no nation had ever seen.
It sounds like
China,
a
we were
trumpet
beating
or
them
like a trombone.
at levels that were incredible. And they know it. They know it. We'll do it again, but we'll do it even better.
That's what she
I
said.
will end the illegal immigration crisis by closing our border and finishing the wall, most of which I've already built.
No, he didn't. He actually didn't finish the wall.
He will, though.
You know, Joe Biden's actually building the wall for him, too.
Really?
On the wall, we
They
were
don't
dealing with a very
disagree
difficult
on that
Congress.
policy.
And I
That's
said,
interesting.
that's okay. We
Well,
won't go to
Biden is
Congress.
worse
I call
on
it an
immigration than
invasion.
Trump is.
We gave our military almost $800 billion.
Regardless of whether he is or
And I'm
isn't,
going to take a little
this
of that
this
money because this is an
election's already
invasion,
set
and
in
we built
stone.
most of the
Oh,
wall
yeah,
is
it's
already
over.
built, and we built it through.
I would be
using
surprised if he
funds.
gets a single vote.
What's better than that? We have to stop.
He will. You
the
know, there's liberals that
invasion
just.
into our
I still think this will be the
country
biggest
that's
landslide
killing
in
hundreds of
political
thousands
history.
of people a year. We're
Well,
not going to let that happen.
Reagan got 49.
I will end every single international crisis that the current administration has created, including the horrible war with Russia and Ukraine, which would have never happened if I was president, and the war caused by the attack on
I don't agree with
Israel,
Trump on much, but that's
which
actually
would have
true.
never happened if
Oh,
I
yeah.
was president. Iran
That's
was
actually
broke.
true.
The funny
Iran
thing
had
is,
no
people
money.
are so
Now
busy
Iran has
trying to paint him as
They made it all
a
over the
Russian
last
sympathizer, and he wasn't.
They were broke. I watched the other
People were
day on a
like painting
Face
conspiracies
the
and
Nation.
how
Does anyone
he
see
and
this?
Vladimir Putin have some sort
Yeah.
They had a congressman who was a
deal, or
Democrat
even though he
saying,
was
"Oh, whether
by
you
that.
like him or not,
Even though he was
Iran
tougher
was
on
broke
Russia than
dealing
anyone
with
else.
Trump. I told
Yeah,
China
exactly.
and other countries, if you buy from Iran, we will not.
I ran away from their products because I don't want to buy from them.
And we will put tariffs on every product you do send in of 100% or more. And they said to me, well, I think that's about it. They weren't going to buy any oil. And they were ready to make a deal. Iran was going to make a deal with us. And then we had that horrible, horrible result that we'll never let happen
And then
again.
I ran so far away.
That happen again. They used COVID to cheat. I'm never going to let it happen again. And
You
they
got
took
it. That
off
was
all
pretty
the
funny.
sanctions, and they did everything possible for Iran. And now Iran is very close to having a nuclear weapon, which would have never happened.
Now, see, that's a lie.
What this administration,
Iran doesn't have the capability of making a nuclear weapon.
I say it often.
And Anthony Blinken,
if you took the 10 worst
for Joe
presidents
Biden
in
was
the
saying
history
that.
of the United States,
Oh,
think of
they're
it,
so
the 10
close.
worst,
They're fear-mongering.
added them up, they will not have done the
Trump's
damage.
I think it's both sides does it. So I'm not.
Well, I'm just saying that Trump's fear-mongering.
I'm not going to use the name anymore, just
And you
one
shouldn't.
time. The damage
Both
that he's
sides
done.
do it. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but
Unthinkable.
both sides do it.
Together we will
Well, we know it's false.
restore vision, strength, competence, and we're going to have a thing called common sense making most of our decisions, actually. It's all common sense.
See, now he's getting into the nitty-gritty.
Just a few short years ago, under my presidency,
You know what? Good for him.
we had the most secure border and best
Do something
economy
about it.
in the history of our country.
Well,
in the
because it was,
history of
oh,
the
thank
world. We had the
you, and
greatest
thank
economy.
no, stop.
In the history of the world, we had never done anything like it. We were beating every country, including China, by leaps and bounds. Nobody had seen anything like it. We had no inflation, soaring incomes were going. Nobody can believe it. You can't believe what happened 4 years ago is happening now in reverse. And the world was at peace. Inflation has been a killer for our country. No matter what you make it, it doesn't matter because inflation is eating you alive. People that were putting away money, they were making great wages, the highest they've ever made,
Cost
but they were putting away a lot of
$6
money.
for a freaking
They
carton of milk.
are just being destroyed. They're not
This
putting away
meal
anything. They're barely
you
living.
told
They're
me
going
this
into
meal cost what,
savings
14
accounts.
bucks?
They're taking
15?
out their money to live
Yeah,
because of
about 4.
inflation.
Yeah, well, close,
Inflation,
damn near close
remember,
to 20 now.
it's called a country buster. You can go back to Germany from 100 years ago.
This meal
You
I'm
can
eating
go
right
back
now
to any
used to
country
cost
that
like 10
suffered
bucks.
great inflation. We've
That's
suffered
what I'm
the worst
saying.
inflation we've ever had. But go back and see
It
what's
used to be
happened.
that they were
The worst inflation we've ever
It
had.
used to be
under
that
this
they were
person.
you could get it with like
But in less than
5
4
bucks.
years, our
Yeah.
opponents have turned incredible success into unparalleled tragedy and failure. It's been a tremendous failure. Today, our cities are flooded with illegal aliens.
I don't even
Americans are
think.
being squeezed out of the labor force and their jobs are taken.
Well,
By the way, you know who's taking the jobs that are created? 107% of those jobs are taken by illegal aliens. And you know who's being hurt the most? By
okay, first off,
millions
you
of
and your white
people
fucking
pouring
people
into our
won't take those
country?
jobs, Trump.
The black population and the Hispanic population.
You know what I
because
think?
they're taking
There
the
needs to be a
jobs
job
from
corps.
our
You know what
black
that is?
population, our Hispanic population, and they're
You
also
you
taking
house
them
them
from unions.
and you train them
Unions
to
are suffering
be
because
naturalized and then work legally.
No, but here's my problem.
Thank you. I like you too.
But the
Thank
problem
you
is
very
this. They're taking the
has wiped
jobs
out
that
the life
most
savings
people
of our
would
citizens
not
and
do.
forced the middle class into a
But that's
state
what I'm
of
saying. If they
and
really
despair.
want to work here,
despair.
I think you need to put them in what I would call naturalization camps.
Let this continue. Less than 4 years
Okay,
ago,
let's say we
we were
got
a
rid of
great
every
nation,
illegal alien.
and we will soon be a
Do you
great
think white folks are going to
nation
want to
again.
roll
We're
up their
going to be a
sleeves,
great nation
get out in the
again.
fields, and pick the lettuce that's in my burger right now?
I think it depends on the generation.
No. No.
I've seen
You
older
know that's
folks.
not true.
I've
With
seen
You
older
proper
do
folks.
not
leadership,
see.
every
Jason,
disaster we are now enduring
let's
will
be
be
real
fixed,
now.
and it will be
I've seen
fixed
older
very,
folks
very
who,
quickly.
because of
So
the
tonight,
inflation, cannot
whether you've
retire.
supported me in the
Who
past
will do
or
those
not, I
jobs?
hope you will support me in the future
You think
Will
because
the
their bodies
I will
will
bring back
will their bodies
the
hold up?
American
Not
dream. That's what
necessarily,
we're going to do.
but
You don't
I
even
have
hear
seen
about the American dream anymore.
But
people
that's
who
the
are
minority. I'm talking the
not
majority of
not a
America.
vast yes, a
I am
minority, but not a
asking
vast
you to
minority.
be excited
I
about the
don't know about
future
that.
of our country. Be excited. Be excited.
My point being is this: I think that there should be a place, if you really want to solve the immigration problem, there should be a place funded by
And
the
by the
government
way,
where,
the
I
news
mean,
reports.
if you have people who
Look
can
at all
train
of
to be
those
who can
big
train
headlines. Look at
to
them. They're
have
all here.
to have
But every one of
employment or
them
trade
has
based
said
jobs,
this could
why
be
can't
the
you have a
most
place like that
organized, best
for
run,
people who are trying to
enthusiastic
become
convention
citizens
of
the right
either
way?
party that they've ever seen.
Well, I'll just say this. When they say let's take away all illegal aliens, both Trump and Biden
It's true.
have aliens
It's
working
true. And
for
there's
them.
love in the room. There's great
And
love
I'm not.
in the room.
And Trump would bring aliens illegally into the country and then get them naturalized. So I get what you're saying.
Finish
But
strong.
most
Otherwise, we'll
Americans, a
blow it,
majority
and
of
we can't
Americans,
let that
would
happen.
not do the job
Now, this
that
was great. All of the
immigrants
great people
do.
that spoke. And
Period.
everybody
Now,
hit a
I
home
don't
run.
agree
I mean,
with
there's
just,
not
hey,
one
come in
that I can
illegally.
think of
Sure.
where I said, oh, gee, that wasn't great.
That's
Every
why they
single
need to be
But I'm
naturalized
saying
first,
I
and that's
refuse to
why
speak to
here's
anyone
here's the
this whole
thing.
argument that they're taking
They're
all of our
already
jobs.
getting ready. See,
You
I
think
gave
they're
them an
taking
idea.
jobs at the bank? No.
No, this was a great convention.
I'll make the
I think
argument
we're
that
actually going to go home and
because
miss
of
it. You know,
affirmative
usually with
action, a
first of
lot
all,
of
look at these
those
crowds.
people,
You
whether
never
they
have this
are
great
legal
convention.
or illegal, are already being offered spots at universities that should have gone to people who are actual citizens.
Well,
Love. It's about love.
I don't
This
know
week,
that, but
the entire Republican Party has formally adopted an agenda for America's renewal, and you saw that agenda. And it's very short compared to the long, boring, meaningless agendas of the past, including the Democrats. They write these things that are hundreds of pages long, and they never read them after they're done. In their case, fortunately, they don't read them because they're pretty bad. It's a series of bold promises that we will swiftly implement when you give us a Republican House. And Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. We have our great Speaker of the House with us tonight, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much. Thank you. A Republican Senate, we have many senators here. And send me back to our beautiful White House just a few short months from now. We're talking about just months. It can't come fast enough. We have to get it done. First, we must get economic relief to our citizens. Starting on day one, we will drive down prices and make America affordable again. We have to make it not affordable. People can't live like this.
I can't be doing a diabetic diet on the current grocery prices.
Our current administration, groceries are up 57%.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. 60 and 70.
Crazy ass.
Rates have quadrupled. And the fact is, it doesn't matter.
It's not just virgin ears; it's just virgin everything.
Can't buy houses. Young people can't get any financing to buy a house. The total household
That's
cost
something him and Naeem have in common.
An average of $28,000 per family under
except he has
this administration.
Naeem.
Republicans
yeah,
have
I mean, that's
plan
one thing
to
that
bring
Oscar
down
has going
prices
for him.
and bring them down very, very rapidly by slashing energy costs. We
He does
will
look like
in
Mr.
turn
Potato Head,
reduce
though.
the cost of transportation.
I'm telling you, just take away the eyes of the nose, and you got Oscar.
Goods. So much starts with energy.
Or if somebody put the
and remember, we have more
facial features in the exact wrong places.
Any other country by far, we are a nation.
Like he's almost disproportionate enough where it looks like his eyes, ears, nose, and mouth are all put in separate places.
We have it, and China does it.
Think about it.
Trump administration just 3.5
I told the airport guy
ago
to look for Oscar, and I said he looks like Mr. Potato Head.
But soon we will.
We were leaving.
Oh, there he is.
We will be dominant.
He literally said, "You know, that's very accurate."
Ourselves, but we will supply
a sighted person
the rest
said that.
Of the world.
You should nickname him Spud.
With numbers that nobody has ever seen, and we will reduce our debt 36.
What up, Spud?
We will start reducing.
Just start calling him Spud every now and then.
We'll also reduce your taxes.
See if it sticks.
Next.
Well, you know,
by the way, they want to raise your taxes
contributed to the 36 trillion.
4 times. Think of it.
Yeah.
All my life, I grew up watching politics. I always loved politics.
He blew that $2 trillion hole in the deficit.
I'd watch.
I'm never going to get over that.
They're always talking about, we will give you a tax cut. We will give you a tax cut.
I honestly, I can't vote for Biden again. I can't do it.
Tax cut, right, Mr. Congressman? That's all they talk about.
I never voted for Biden, but I can't see doing it now.
We're going to raise your taxes by 4 times what you're paying now.
I won't vote for either.
To vote for them? I've never heard it.
If there is ever a time for a third party to win, it would be now.
Your taxes.
I'm voting RFK.
Still further, we gave you the biggest one, as I said. We're going to give you more, and it's going to lead to tremendous growth. We want growth in our country. That's what's going to pay off our debt. And next, we will end the ridiculous and actually incredible waste of taxpayer dollars that is fueling the inflation crisis. They've spent trillions of dollars on things having to do with the Green New Scam. It's a scam. And that's caused tremendous inflationary pressures in addition to the cost of energy. And all of the trillions of dollars that are sitting there not yet spent, we will.
When's he going to mention this whole women and men in sports thing?
Projects like roads, bridges, dams, and we will.
I kind of hope he does, because I think trans folks have been removed from those sports.
New scam ideas.
I think they should have their own category. And we should let women compete with women.
And I will end the electric vehicle mandate on day 1.
Say what you will, but I do think that there is a certain situation where the electrical vehicles would be very beneficial. And that is if you have a subscription service like an Uber or a Lyft or something like that, but instead of paying per ride, you pay a certain amount per month or per year, and you just get rides where you need to go.
And right now, as we speak,
well, I think
large
we should.
Just started.
We need coal to make clean energy and green energy.
The problem is the steel market in Pittsburgh is basically dead.
Well, what I'm saying is Americans save
The United
$700,
Auto
$800
Workers ought
a
to be
year
ashamed
on
for allowing
gas
this to
money
happen.
when
And
they
the
have
leader
an
of the
electric
United
vehicle.
Auto Workers should be
Oh yeah,
fired immediately.
I'm not
And
denying that.
every
I'm
single
saying
auto worker,
I think
union
that
and
they should be electrical.
non-union,
There should be more
should be
more
voting for
Tesla
Donald Trump
chargers,
because we're going to bring
and I
back
think that there should
car
be more
manufacturing and we're going to bring it
like
back
Tesla
fast.
should be mass produced. I also think that
They're
there should
building
be a
some of the
service
largest auto
where
plants
you can
anywhere in the
subscribe
world. Think of
and
it.
get
In the
unlimited
world,
rides
we're going to
if you
bring
pay a
it
certain
back.
amount
We're
per
going to
month or
make
per
it.
year.
We don't mind that.
Oh,
If you,
no, I
We
get
don't
what
mind that
you're saying.
happening, but
But
those
what I'm
plants
saying
are
is,
going to be built in the
look at
United
the average
States, and
American
our
driving
people
today.
are going to man those plants.
They're paying a lot of money in gas because a lot of
Yep.
cars are gas hoggers.
Yep.
And if they don't agree
You might have
with
to
us, we'll
put
put a
gas 8
tariff
times a
of
week.
approximately
Yep.
100 to 200%.
And especially when it comes to bigger cars.
And
If
they
you
will
could
be
have, but if you
unsellable
could
in the
have a
United
megawatt
States.
charger in your house, put your car to charge and it's charged for the whole day,
We
and
have
you never
long
have to
been
stop by
taken
the
advantage
charging
of by other
station unless you
countries.
need to. You're now
And think
saving
of
more
it,
money.
oftentimes these other
Well, and all you have
countries
to
are
do at a
considered
certain
so-called
point, if people
allies.
need
They take
chargers, is put a
advantage
few
of us
more
for
extra
years. We
charging
lose
stations at
jobs, we
random
lose revenue, they gain
random spots
everything.
like gas
They
stations.
wipe out our
Then people
businesses,
have the
wipe out our
option,
people.
Yeah.
and
Stopped
if
it
for
for
some
4
reason in
years.
an
They stopped
emergency
it.
they could easily just
And we're
charge it up
really
and be good to
ready to
go.
make changes like nobody had seen before.
If you,
Remember,
here's the thing:
USMCA, I got rid of NAFTA, the worst trade
all
deal ever
sides.
made,
What you
and
can do
replaced
is,
it with
since a lot of these gas
USMCA,
stations
which
have
is,
places
they
to
say,
eat
the
anyway,
best
they
trade
have grocery
deal
stores
ever
in
made.
them. Just make them charging
Actually,
stations. So at
probably
that
the
point,
best trade
people will
deal
have a
was the
reason
deal I
to
made
sit
with
and
China,
wait
where
there
they
while
buy
their car
$50
charges.
billion worth of our product. They were buying nothing. They buy $50 billion
You know what I mean?
worth. They
Mhm.
had to. But I don't even talk about it because of COVID. I don't even mention it, frankly, because of what happened with the China virus.
The China virus.
I mean, you know the lab
We will
theory.
not let
Yeah.
countries come in,
They suppressed it.
take our jobs, and plunder our
Now I will
nation.
say,
They come
why
in
did
and
Trump listen to the
they
communist
plunder
Chinese
our
and lock
nation.
us
The
down?
way they will sell their product in
I
America
believe
is
that he
to
thought it would have
build
caused
it
an
in
international
America.
incident
Very
if he
simple.
didn't.
Build it in America and only in America.
I would have probably voted for Trump if he was anti-lockdown before.
And this very simple
I'm tired
formula,
too.
and Congress has to go along with us, and they will. This very simple formula will create massive numbers of jobs. We will take over the auto industry again, and many, many hundreds of thousands of jobs. We lost so many jobs over the years. If you go back 20, 25 years, they've stolen, going to China and Mexico, about 68% of our
Do
auto
I think
industry
Biden cares about
manufacturing
people, the
jobs.
average
We're
American
going to get them all
citizen?
back.
No, I
We're
don't
going to
think he
get them all
does.
back, every
No.
one of them.
I don't think either do.
At the center of our
I'm
plan
more likely to
for
believe that Trump
economic
does than
relief
Biden does.
are massive tax cuts for workers that
I doubt it.
include something else that's turned out to be very popular, actually. Here it's very popular in this building and all those hotels that I saw that are so nice. I'm staying in a nice one. It's called no tax on tips. No tax on tips. No tax
Even
on
though
That's
his tax cuts could do tax tips.
Yeah, no. Because of the way a lot of tips in the modern day are sent out, they're given out as checks and not as cash for most people these days.
Mhm.
And the
I
problem
got
with doing
that
it
by
that
having
way
dinner
is,
recently
depending
in
on
Nevada,
like
where we're
if
leading
you
by
do
about 14
if
points.
you don't get that much in tips because you have to share
Hello.
with the rest of your staff,
Yeah.
I'll see you there very soon,
then
everybody.
it's limited. I know this because
We're
my whole
having dinner at
family,
the beautiful
or at least
restaurant in
all the women
the
in my
Trump
family have been
building on the
servers at
strip,
one point,
and it's a great
and they've
building.
told me
And
stories.
the waitress comes over. How's everything
It's
going?
it's
A really
crazy.
nice person. How's
Yeah.
everything? Oh, sir,
It's
so
crazy
tough.
that
The
women
government's
who
after me all the time.
are barely
on
making
tips,
it,
tips.
they get
I
probably
said, well, they give you
$1,000 in
cash. Would
tips,
they be able to
and they
find him?
get
She
they
said,
get
actually,
taxed
I
with
didn't
that.
know this. She said, very little cash is
There
given.
was
It's all put right on the
I saw
check.
this thing
And
online.
they come in and they take so
Or it
much
was a
of our
Oh,
YouTube
look,
money. It's
he's
just
talking about this
ridiculous,
thing
and
right
they don't
now.
believe anything we say. And they've just hired, as you know, 88,000 agents to go after him even more.
So he's talking about how a waitress
And I
told him
said,
how
this shows the level of
they
my,
now
most
tax the
people, right, they
tips.
hire consultants that pay millions of dollars. But I said to her, let me just ask you a question. Would you be happy if you had no tax on tips? She said, what a great idea. I got my information from a very smart waitress. That's better than spending millions of dollars. And everybody loves it. Waitresses,
See, that's what I'm with. Everybody.
Drivers.
I love when he does it.
Everybody's a large.
I wish I could do that high, like that high voice.
They make money.
Yeah, I get you.
The money.
That's the voice.
I'm going to protect Social Security and Medicare. Democrats are going to destroy Social Security.
Well, Biden just
because all of these people, millions
actually,
are coming in,
I suffered
they're
under
going to
Trump,
be on Social Security and Medicare and other things, and you're not able to afford it. They are
actually were taking my
destroying
checks
your
under his
Social Security and your Medicare. Under my
So,
plan, incomes will skyrocket.
There's an
inflation
interesting
will
thing that
vanish
was
completely,
it was
jobs will
I
come
saw
roaring
this
back, and the middle class will
saw a
prosper
story on
like
YouTube
never ever before.
about
and
how
we're going to do it very
a
rapidly.
waitress was given a lottery ticket as a tip.
Oh.
And it wound up being a winning one.
Hope
She had
or
won
dream we have
$10,000.
for America can succeed unless
She got
we stop
fired the next day.
illegal immigrant
You know why?
invasion, the
Why?
worst that's ever been seen anywhere in the world. There's
They
never been an invasion
had
like this
never
anywhere.
shared
Third
tips
world
before that
countries
moment,
would fight
but
with
the
sticks
manager
and
came up to
stones
her the next day
not
when
to
she
let
was coming
this
into work,
happen.
and
The
the manager
invasion
said,
at our southern border, we will
"So
stop it. And we will
we've
stop
started
it
a policy
quickly." You
as
heard
of
Tom
yesterday
Homan yesterday.
and it was
Tom
like when
Homan.
you won that
Put him in
ticket
charge
where
and just get back and watch.
you have to share tips with the rest of the wait staff."
Brandon Judd.
I'd be like, bitch.
Border Patrol, he's incredible. These guys, they
And so
their job is a lot easier.
she
if they
decided
don't
not
have
to
do
share the
anything,
tip
but they work
because
with their patriots.
at the
Brandon Judd,
the
Border
policy
Patrol,
was not in effect.
ICE
That's
goes
right.
out. You have to
They're
see
just
what
now
ICE
putting
goes
it
through.
in effect in response to her winning the
MS-13,
ticket.
you have
Right.
these are probably the worst
And
gang. And
so they fired
I
her.
know a lot of people in these rows here, and they're very tough people, but they
All
don't
right,
want
let's
to
listen
do
to
this
Trump.
job. They'll go into a pack of MS-13 killers. They're the worst, probably the worst gangs in the world.
Oh, come on,
Thousands
Oscar.
I moved thousands
Did he
and
invade?
thousands out.
Huh?
My 4 years, we moved.
What did he
them out,
do?
and it
He's
was
Did he
awesome,
invade?
But I go right into a pack of these killers, and you see
It's because
fists
he's
flying,
calling.
You see everything
And I'm like, what do
flying,
you-
and then they take them.
You know I'm
They
streaming.
put them in a paddy wagon. They take them back, and they get.
He's gonna be
them
like,
out
"You
of
two
our
are doing a
country."
stream
And the
without
other
me?
countries weren't accepting
How
them back,
dare
and I
you?"
called up. And I said, "Tell them that we're not giving them economic aid anymore."
It needs to be
And the
special.
next
He's
day,
not
I
special.
got calls from all of these
Yeah.
countries that were terminated. Billions of dollars we spent
If
on
there's one
economic
thing that
aid
I know
to
about
countries
Trump's
that
face, it
business
looks like his
places.
nose was broken upward.
And the next day, I was called by everybody. I couldn't take all the calls. Sir, what's the problem? I said, you won't take your killers back that you sent in caravans into America. You won't take them back. Well, sir, if you'd like us to, we would give very serious consideration to doing that. And within 24 hours, they were being taken back for years and years. When I first came in, they said President Obama tried to get him to go back, and they wouldn't accept him. They put planes on the runway so you couldn't leave the plane. They'd close the road so you couldn't take the buses. They'd all have to turn back.
What's he
As
talking
soon
about?
as I said no more economic aid of any kind to any country that does that, they called back and they said, sir, it would be our great honor to take MS-13. We love them very much.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
We love them very much, sir. We'll take them back.
Their MS-13 is
At the
not
heart
even
of the
like
Republican platform is
popular
our
in
pledge to
the
end this
States.
border nightmare and fully restore the
You-
sacred and
like
sovereign
so this
borders
whole
of the
why I
United
don't know why they
States of
fearmonger
America,
about
and we're gonna do that
MS-13.
on
Like
day one.
that's the bullshit point. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That means two things on day one, right? Drill, baby, drill, and close our borders. And by the way, and I think everybody as a Republican, as a patriot in this room, and most Democrats, we want people to come into our country, but they have to come into our country legally.
So Oscar says MS-13 is mostly in the East Coast.
Okay. Interesting.
So when's he
Less
going
than
home?
4 years ago, I handed administration the strongest border in American
When
history.
Cuba stops having a missile crisis.
You can see on the chart.
He's not
that
even
saved my life.
Cuban.
That was the chart that saved my life. I said, look it, I'm so proud of it. I think it's one of the greatest.
He's like, dude, he's like
It was
Fez
done by
from
the
that
Border
70s
Patrol,
show.
one
Nobody
of the
knows what he
greatest
is.
charts I've ever seen. It showed everything just like that. You know the chart. Oh, there it is. It's pretty good. Wow.
Is that messed up or what?
Last time I put up that chart, I never really got to look at it.
Oh, I couldn't help myself, bro. You know I couldn't.
But without that chart, I would not be here today.
You gotta tell your mom that's a symptom of enjoying the food I got you.
Never got to look at it.
Oscar, I know you're watching, so if they're getting rid of MS-13, are you going to? Aaron's asking.
I said,
Right,
you
Aaron?
got to see this chart. I was so proud of it. And by the time I got to there, I never got to see it that day. But I'm seeing it now, and I was very proud. And if you look at the arrow in the bottom, that's the lowest level, the one on the bottom, heavy red arrow.
The one on the bottom, that's what she
lowest
said.
level of illegal immigrants ever to come into our country in recorded history, right there. Right there.
Oscar's all mad.
And that was my last weekend.
Oh, really?
And then you see what happened after I left.
It doesn't take much to get him
Go
mad.
out a little bit further. It's getting to be a little
Just
bit
say he can't have a
old,
taco.
but I love it anyway, right?
You're good.
He's saying if they're getting rid of the cartels, does that mean I'm going
The
to?
invasion
Oscar,
began.
first off,
We had the opposite. We stopped the invasion, but the invasion
you
that we stopped
are
was
made by
peanuts by
MS-13,
comparison
okay?
to what happened
So
after I left.
they
Look
need
at what
to ship
happened
you
after
out
I
first,
left.
Mr.
They
Potato
took
Head.
over our country.
Or actually, Aaron, what did you say I should call Oscar?
We shut down asylum fraud. We stopped.
What did I say we should call Oscar?
Forged agreements to keep illegal aliens.
I'm pretty sure it was like
on foreign soil. We want
Don
them to stay
Quixote.
on this soil. Under the Trump administration,
I
if
think
you
he
came in
said
illegally,
Spuds.
you were apprehended
Oh yes, his
immediately
name is
and you were
Spuds, aka
deported.
Don Quixote.
You went right back.
Oscar, do you like Aaron's name for you?
Terminated every single one of those great Trump policies that we put in place.
You know who Don Quixote is, right?
Yes. Again, come in, but come in.
I wonder if Oscar knows who he is.
So many people, hundreds of thousands of people.
Oscar,
have been
you
working
look
for
like
years to come
COVID-19
into
on
our country.
steroids.
And now they see
No,
these people
you look like a
pouring
mask
into
that
our
somebody
levels
sneezed
that are
into.
unprecedented. It's so unfair. We're not going to do it. We're not going to stand for it. They suspended wall construction, ended remain in Mexico. We had a policy, remain
You
in
look
Mexico.
like
You think that
a
was
mask
easy to
that
get
somebody
from
sneezed into
Mexico?
after they blew their nose so hard it
Give it
bled.
to us. If you don't give it to us, there will be repercussions, and they gave it to us.
It's like if somebody had a
Not easy.
period out the nose.
Canceled our Safe Third agreements, demolished Title 42, implemented nationwide catch
Actually,
and
no.
release. That's catch and
Biden
release, where we
actually
catch
expanded
them
Title
and release
42.
them
He's
into our
lying.
country. We catch them and release them into Mexico.
Again, no matter what he says, this election's over.
And took
Oh yeah, I'm just
93
saying. I
this
gotta
is
call it
the
out. This is a political
previous
channel after all.
administration.
Yeah.
93
Can you check the
executive
chat?
actions to throw open our
Yeah, I
borders
got
to
you.
the world.
Hold
The
on.
entire world is pouring into
I'll
our
check the
country because of
chat.
this very
Nothing,
foolish
just my message.
administration. The greatest invasion in
Oh.
history is taking place right here
Well,
in
don't
our
check the
country.
private chat.
They are
Check the
coming in
here,
from
hold on.
every corner of the earth, not
Oh,
just
check the
from
right
South
side.
America, but from
Yeah.
Africa, Asia, the Middle East. They're coming from everywhere. They're coming at levels that we've never seen before. It is an
It's blown
invasion
up, apparently.
indeed, and this administration does absolutely nothing to stop them.
I know Oscar's weight's
They're
blowing up.
coming from prisons. They're coming from jails. They're coming from mental institutions and
If he
insane.
wore a yellow raincoat, all the kids would think a school bus is coming.
You know, the press is always
Oh.
on me because I say this. Has anyone seen?
If he wore high
Silence
heels, he'd
Below?
strike oil.
The late great.
The last time
What?
Oscar went to a KFC, the cashier
We'd
asked
love
him
to
what
have you
size
for
bucket he
dinner.
wanted. He said the one on the roof.
Oh.
That's insane asylums. They're emptying out their insane asylums. And
Dude,
terrorists are
his
coming in at
biscuits are
numbers that we've
burned.
never seen before. Bad things are going to happen. Meanwhile, our crime rate is going up while crime statistics all over the world are going
Wait,
down.
the kid
because
said
they're
land
taking their
ho.
criminals and they're putting them
So
into
I don't think
our
anyone's
country.
commented on the chat. So
A certain country, and I happen to like
oh,
the president of that country.
Something
very
came out
much,
of my
but he's been
backside.
getting great publicity
Whoops.
because he's a wonderful shepherd of the country. He says how well the country's doing because their crime rate is down. And he said he's training all of these rough people. Rough.
Are you in the
Training
bathroom
them.
on my
I've been reading about
stream?
this for 2 years. I think, oh, that's wonderful.
What
Let's
is
take a
wrong
look at
with
it.
you?
But then I realized he's not training
What
them.
the
He's
fuck,
sending all
Aaron?
of his criminals, his drug
Oh.
dealers, his people that are in jails. He's sending them all to the United States. And he's different in that he doesn't say that. He's trying to convince everybody what a wonderful job he does.
Aaron,
in
come
Well, he doesn't do a
on.
wonderful job.
Actually, no, dude.
By the way,
I
if I
wasn't. I
ran
just
one of the
went in there and
countries,
flushed.
many countries from all over, I would be worse than any
Whatever.
of them. I would have had the place totally emptied out already.
I just wanted to prank you.
Oh, I can't believe you went to.
But we
Ladies and
become
gentlemen,
a
I'm sorry
dumping
for
ground
Aaron's
for the rest of the world, which is laughing at us. They think we're
disgusting
stupid.
shittiness.
And they can't believe that they're getting away with
I
what
never
they're
even
getting
did
away
anything. I
with,
just
but
went
they're
into the
not going to be
restroom
getting
and
away
flushed
with
the
it
toilet.
long. That's what I can tell you.
Oh my
In
lord!
Venezuela,
I never even did anything. I literally just went in there and was like,
high crime,
"Let me flush
high
the toilet and see what day and see what
crime.
day."
Venezuela, really a dangerous place, but not anymore. Because in Venezuela, crime is down
Jason,
72%. In
nobody's
fact,
safe.
if they would ever win this election, I hate to even say that, we will have our next Republican convention in Venezuela because it will be safe. Our cities will be so unsafe, we won't be able. We will not be able to have it there. In El Salvador, murders are down by 70%. Why are they down? Now, he would have you convinced that because he's trained murderers.
And Oscar said that's how your stream goes down the toilet.
Because
Fucking
they're
Aaron.
sending their murderers
Like I said,
to the United States of
all I had to
America.
do to get you mad was just flush.
This is going to be very bad.
I was like, what?
And bad things are going to happen, and
I
you're
waited
seeing it
just long
happen all
enough.
the time. That's why to keep
You know
up
what's so
with
funny is-
the
you know what's so
Republican
funny?
platform promises to launch
Trump
the largest
tried,
deportation operation in the history of our country.
doing a coup in Venezuela against Nicolas Maduro, and now he's praising
Even
Maduro.
larger than that of
And you know
President
why,
Dwight
right?
D. Eisenhower
Because
Go ahead.
Maduro
from many years
called
ago.
Trump
You know,
after
he
the
was a moderate,
assassination
but he
attempt.
believed very strongly in borders. He had the largest deportation.
Aw,
operation.
friendship.
Just recently, I spoke to the
Do
grieving
you hear my
mother
mom's TV in the background?
No, you're good, bro.
Nungary, a wonderful woman, a precious 12-year-old girl from Houston who last month was tied up, assaulted, and strangled to death
God,
after
help me.
walking to the convenience store just
Yeah,
a
literally.
block
Please,
away
God,
from
help
her
him
house.
because
Her body
his
was dumped
stinky
near the
bitch
side
ass.
of the road in a shallow creek, found by
Fucking Aaron.
some onlookers who couldn't believe what they had witnessed.
Jesus fuck.
It was so easy to prank you.
Jocelyn's
God
heinous
damn.
murder of 2 illegal aliens from Venezuela
What the
who
fuck?
came across our border were
I
in
just can't believe you
custody
fell
and were
for
then
it.
released
Ah.
into the country.
How
by
do we know
this
you weren't actually
horrible,
taking a
horrible
shit?
administration.
Because
that
I would have grunted.
I also met recently with
Okay.
the heartbroken mother and sister of Rachel Morin. Rachel was a 37-year-old mom of 5
Seriously,
beautiful
my
children.
family
who was
can
brutally
sometimes, like, if I'm
raped
pushing
and
hard enough,
murdered
will hear me
while out
outside
on
the
her
door.
run. She wanted to keep
Okay,
herself in
we
good
don't.
shape.
I
It was
just ate
very
dinner.
sad where she was murdered. The monster responsible first killed another woman in El Salvador before
Oh
he
my
was led
god,
into America by the White House.
that
His
was
White
great.
House let them in.
Now he did.
then attacked a
Biden
9-year-old
did
girl
fly
and her mother
in
in
327 or
Los Angeles before murdering
330,000
Rachel in
illegal
Maryland.
immigrants
Traveled
secretly.
all throughout the country doing
That is rather
that.
interesting.
He did that.
Rachel's mother will
Yep.
Now,
never be the
now,
same. I spent
by
time
the
with
way,
her. She will never
by
be
the
same.
way,
I've also
Biden
met
has
with the
Biden has
wonderful
deported
family
more
of
people
Lakin
in his
Riley,
first
the
term
brilliant
than Trump did in
22-year-old
his
nursing
first term.
student. She was
So
so
who's
proud
worse
of
for immigration,
being
Trump or
first in her
Biden?
class, who was out
I'm
for a
just biding
job
my
on the
time till it's all
campus
over.
of the University of Georgia when she was
Biden,
assaulted,
my
beaten,
time.
Yeah.
killed.
But
Yet
I mean,
another American
in
life
this
was
sad
stolen by
part of the speech
a
where
criminal alien
Rachel
set
Morin was
free by
killed,
this administration. And
who
these
was
were
worse for immigration,
incredible
Biden, who's
people we're
deporting more
talking
people
about.
than
These
Trump,
were
or
incredible
Trump,
people
who
died.
deported less people than
Tonight,
Biden?
America.
No, but no.
This
So
is
what's the
my
reason
vow.
behind
I
it?
will not let
Is
these
is
killers
is
and
Biden
criminals
just
into
willy
our
nilly
country.
deporting people for absolutely no reason?
Yes, he's just deporting wherever because him and Obama
I will keep
deported
our sons
2.3
and daughters
million
safe
immigrants over 8 years.
as we bring
If you're
security
actually
to our
found to be
streets.
illegal,
We
that's
will
one
help
thing.
bring
But if you're a
stability
naturalized
to the
citizen
world.
and you're still getting
I
deported,
was the first
that's messed
president
up.
in modern
But okay,
times
but even if
to
you look at the illegals that are
start
being
no
deported,
wars. You know, we were the
Trump
toughest, we
deported
were the
less
most respected.
illegals than Joe Biden has. So
And
who's
you
worse?
saw this.
I
Hungary,
say
strong
Biden.
country,
Yeah, I
run by
do too.
very powerful, tough leaders, tough
Remember
guy.
those
Press
10,000
doesn't
Haitian
like him 'cause he's
immigrants
tough.
that were
Mhm.
under that
And
Texas bridge?
he came
Biden
out
deported them
recently.
all.
They were asking him at an interview The whole world
I'm not
is
surprised by. I'm not
what's
surprised by
happening.
No,
immigration.
but the media says that Biden's great for
Viktor
immigration.
Orban,
No, he's not.
Prime Minister of Hungary, very tough man.
They're only saying that because he's a Democrat.
He said,
Well,
"I don't
yeah.
want people
And you know
coming
what's so
into my
funny? When
country
Trump
and
was
blowing
raiding
up
those
our
meat
shopping
packing
centers
plants and
killing people."
they released those audios
But
of
they
those
said to
kids
him,
crying,
"Tell
that
us
was
what's going
heartbreaking.
wrong, what's happening?"
It's
What is
happening
it?
under Biden
He
today,
said,
and
"There's
no
only
one
one
talks
way you're
about
gonna
it.
solve
But
it.
I
You gotta
guarantee
bring
you,
President
February
Trump
of
back to the United
2025,
States because he kept
when Trump does
everybody
exactly what Biden's doing,
at bay."
watch. They're all of a sudden audios of kids in cages
Used a
crying,
word I
and
wouldn't
the
use
court
because I
cases
can't
involving
use that word.
4-year-olds and parents
should say
being
it was
separated from their
braggadocious, the
kids.
press
Now
would
that I
say, "Who's a
disagreed
braggadocio?"
completely
I'm
with
not a
Trump on.
bragger.
That was
But Viktor
absolutely
Orban said
a
it.
bitch move.
He said Russia
But
was
Biden
afraid
did
of
the same
him.
thing under
China
Obama.
was afraid of
Yep.
him. Everybody was
So,
afraid of him.
but they showed it
Nothing
under
was going to
Trump.
happen.
They
The
never
whole
show it
world
under
was
Biden.
at peace.
Never.
And
And
now
where's
the
Rachel
world
Maddow's
is
tears?
blowing
The
up.
thing of
there.
it is the thing of it
All
is
of these
Biden
things that
can
you
hide
read
behind
about were not
senility.
going to happen.
Well, yeah, but the point is,
Under
Rachel
President
Maddow
Bush,
doing segments
Russia
and
invaded
crying
Georgia.
and whatever.
Under President Obama,
It's like
Russia
under
took
Trump, they don't do it.
Crimea.
Yeah,
Under
no,
the
I agree.
current administration,
But that's what I made a point
Russia
to
is
say
after
originally is
all of
like
Ukraine. Under
they don't,
President Trump, Russia took
they don't make that
nothing.
point of talking about what like seriously like Biden is old enough where he can get away with anything just because he's old.
Well, no, it's just because he's a Democrat.
We
But by the way,
defeated 100% of
he did
ISIS
mention
in
George W.
Syria and
Bush,
Iraq.
how Russia invaded
Something
Georgia. That is
was
absolutely true.
said to take
That did
5
happen to
years,
Bush.
sir. It'll take 5 years, sir.
You might say it was a
Did it
bushwhacker.
in a matter of a couple of months.
Huh?
We have
You
a
might say
great
it was a
military.
bushwhacker.
Our military is not
Yeah.
woke. It's just some
But
of
under
the fools on
Obama,
top
Russia
that are
took
woke.
Crimea and invaded Ukraine. Under Trump, Russia did not give up Crimea. And Trump was like, "We're not. You want me to make Putin give
I got
up
along very
Crimea?
well. North Korea, Kim Jong-un.
That's not
got along
happening.
very well with
And
him.
I don't
Plus,
see
he
how
was
that
my
can
second.
happen.
How could you
But
get
under
along with him?
Trump,
Well,
that Ukraine war never
it's
happened.
nice
Now,
to get
under
along with
Trump,
somebody who has a lot of
however,
nuclear weapons or
Trump
otherwise.
did cave to Lindsey
See, the
Graham
old days
and
they
John
say that's a
McCain and
wonderful
sent
thing.
weapons
Now
to
they say,
Ukraine.
how
So
could you
Trump
possibly do that?
Trump is so good at
But no, I
acting
got
like he
along
wasn't
with
the
him,
problem
and
when he was the
we
problem.
stopped the missile
Remember
launches
that
from North
train,
Korea. Now North
that
Korea's
train
acting up
accident
again, but
that happened?
when we
Remember?
get back, I get
Yeah.
along with them.
You know,
You'd like
Trump
to
was
see
the one
me
who
back, too. I
got
think
rid
he
of the
misses me, if you
regulations
wanna know the truth.
that forced them to have newer equipment and newer brakes and all
Our
that.
opponents
Oh yeah.
inherited a world of
So
peace
Trump
and
is
turned it into
Trump
a
is the
Tattlers,
cause
too.
of that
war. We're a
accident.
planet of
But
war.
the way he went in there, and
Look at
I
that
feel so
attack
bad.
on
Let me bring
Israel.
waters.
Look
Let me bring dinner.
what's
Let me bring.
happening with
He is so
Ukraine.
good at
The
acting
cities
like
are
he
just
didn't
bombed
cause
out.
that problem to
How can
happen.
Well,
people
he's so
live
good at
like that with
his
buildings,
publicity
massive
team is so
buildings
good
are
at
falling
damage
to the
control.
ground?
Yeah. Well, but also
It began to
Pete
unravel with
Buttigieg
the
was he's the
disastrous
worst
withdrawal from
transportation
Afghanistan,
secretary
the
I've
worst
ever seen in my
humiliation
lifetime.
in the history of our country. We have
He
never
did
had an
absolutely
humiliation
nothing.
like
Said,
that.
why would I go there? It's
13
not on my
heroic
priority
U.S.
list.
service members were tragically and needlessly killed. 45 others were horrifically wounded. Nobody ever talks about them. No arms, no legs, face explosions, horrifically.
This speech is
horrifically
going on
wounded.
real long.
And by the way, we have a man
I don't think it'll be too much longer.
who's running for the U.S. Senate from a great state, Nevada, named Sam Brown.
Fuck Sam
who paid
Brown.
the ultimate price. Thank you, Sam.
Sam Brown is
Thank
just
you,
an awful
Sam.
Republican because he just stands
Thank
wherever the
you.
wind blows, and it's not actually for real.
He
So
paid
are
the
most
toughest
Democrats.
price
Yeah, but it's
probably
like
ever
get a
paid by
Republican that
anybody
actually
that
stands
is
for
running
something.
for office, and I
Yeah.
think he's going to do
He's just
great.
so much of a mixed
He's
bag, and I'm
running
like, it's not a
against
trail
a
mixed
person
bag.
that
That's
is
not what I'm
not
looking
good,
for.
not
Are you a
respected,
Republican? Are you a Democrat? Do you
total
actually stand
lightweight.
for what you believe in?
Are you looking for
Sam, I
peanuts
And
think
by the
or
way,
wheat?
he's not even a real
We're talking about
Nevadan. That's my problem.
with some
He's
of the
my problem is
senators
he's
that are
not
working so
actually a
hard
real
for
Nevadan. He was in
Sam.
Texas running
But
for
he paid
Senate.
the biggest price.
And then he moved to Nevada.
Yeah, how does he know what Nevada issues are? He
What
doesn't.
he did. He was a real hero, a really great
Just because
person.
in Nevada it
and he's
only
running,
takes
and
3
I hope
months
that
to become a
everybody gets
citizen.
out
You're
and
like, "Oop,
votes for
that's it."
Sam Brown.
God, man. The Republicans can't pick anybody good.
And we also left behind $85 billion worth of military equipment, along with many American citizens were left behind. behind. Many, many American citizens emboldened by that disaster, Russia invaded Ukraine. They saw this group of people that were incompetent. We took the soldiers out first. No, we're going to take the soldiers out second. If they would have followed my plan, we had a great plan.
You literally were only going to get 2,500 troops out. You weren't even getting all 5,000 troops out. You were only getting rid of
that's why nobody ever even specified a number.
We didn't have one, so they were killing them left and right.
But look at the thing, right? Look at this.
I spoke to the head
the
of
Republicans
the
in
Taliban.
Congress
You've heard
worked
the
with the
story.
Democrats to stop him from doing it.
Still there.
But then the
still there with
Taliban told Biden, you got to get the fuck out of here.
Got on me.
And
Why would you
Biden had
speak to him?
to.
I said, because that's what the killing is.
I mean,
to somebody that has nothing to do
Trump
with it.
did a cuck thing,
and I told him,
and only would get out 2,500 troops. So he wasn't going to get out of Afghanistan. It's like when he took troops out of northern Syria. First off, what he did was he didn't get a UN peacekeeper or anyone else to protect the Kurds who were guarding the prison full of 10,000 ISIS prisoners from the Turks invading the Kurds. And then what did he do with those troops in northern Syria? He took them to western Iraq and to the southern tip of Syria. So I don't think Trump would have actually gotten us out of war.
Said,
now,
I understand your excellency.
He did say he did not start a new war, but he did continue America's wars. That is true.
The other guy gave him
he's been a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah, I think both of them have been. It's just that I stand by the fact that I do think
of weapons
that
in the world.
Trump is the lesser of the two evils.
Brand new, beautiful weapons that we.
I don't think there is a lesser of two evils.
But think of it.
When you take money from, Trump got paid by the weapons manufacturers when they were paying Russia to invade Ukraine. You know that, right?
Biden did too. I'm sure Biden did.
They both got rich. But how is he going to be the lesser of two evils when he's got blood on his hands? Taking money from the defense contractors.
I think it's a matter of what the chief concern is for people right now, and I think the chief concern for people right now is stopping the inflation.
Yes, absolutely. And Trump did lower inflation. That is true.
I think the inflation right now is so bad.
But we had that horrible attack.
It's worse than it was under Obama.
They also gave up
almost as bad as Chile.
Bases anywhere in the world.
Yeah. Well, if you remember 2009, you were 18 years old.
Yeah. Oh God, you feel so old.
And I liked it not because
at 2019 you were 28.
I'm
just saying.
It's 1 hour.
I know.
China makes
now you're
actually, and it's funny.
Years old.
That's when I got my That's when I got my bachelor's degree too.
Oh, good.
We were keeping that.
I got it at 26, by the way. Anyway,
now China is
late bloomers when it comes to college degrees.
Russian warships,
but at least we get them. Where's
Oscar?
I'm just
kidding. His degree is in the school of hard knocks. I mean, Mexican hard knocks.
If that were
he's Salvadorian.
This country and we had
Salvadorian hard knocks.
Cuba,
MS-13.
I will tell you that the headlines every day would be what's wrong
Fake
with
Microsoft.
You don't even hear this. You're not hearing about this. Russia has nuclear submarines and warships 60 miles away, Mr. Congressman, from Miami, by the way, happens to be here. Correct? In Cuba. And that would not be stood for if it were somebody else. They don't want to mention, but now maybe they will. In the entire world.
I didn't know you had a mic on your asshole.
I tell you this.
Well, I do love to be cheeky.
And they better be back before I assume office. Well, you will be paying a very big price.
That's right.
With our victory in November, the years of war, weakness, and chaos.
All right, we're getting to the end.
Will be over. I don't have wars. I had no wars other than ISIS, which I defeated, but that was a war that was started. We had
That's true.
I could stop wars with a telephone call. I could stop wars with just a telephone call.
I mean, you could stop wars by sending aid to Ukraine.
It would never start.
I'm sure he probably will.
Because my mom's boyfriend was saying, he's like, he can't unilaterally stop the war, but what he can do is stop the aid. That would help. But I'm like, yeah, but he can call Russia and do what he was doing to Russia before.
Entirely.
You probably will not care when I say this, or you probably won't find too much validity in this, but I can't tell you, being a part of DCF, how many Ukrainian refugees I actually served.
I gave you that massive ship contract, and you're doing a very nice job, Governor, right?
Like
Thank you,
it was a
Governor.
daily thing. It
You're
was a
doing a
daily
great
occurrence.
job. In fact, I had a little design change. We gave them
Hello.
tremendous for
I don't
essentially
like
what we used to
Putin.
call
Can you take care
destroyers.
of my Russian
These are
benefits?
now
I don't like
beautiful. They
Putin.
look like yachts,
I just
so
like
we have to take
Putin.
them down, and we
That's
have
why
to
I'm in the
make them
bathroom for so long.
nicer and a little point
On
at
stream.
the top instead of a flat nose. People
Just a
look at your
flush.
shirt and say, this guy sort of knows what he's doing.
Whatever.
The most beautiful
It
ship.
was, honestly.
Everybody sitting over there. And it was
Yeah,
a
we'll
big
go with
contract that everybody wanted. I gave it to Wisconsin.
You were easy to prank.
A lot of that built right here in
You
the state
just
of Wisconsin.
you
and
just have
all
problems.
other states.
Yeah,
Israel
I'm
has
friends with
Iron
you.
Dome. They have a missile defense system.
Okay.
342 missiles were shot into Israel.
Ah, damn.
And only
That's my
one
main
got through a
problem.
little bit. It was badly wounded
Okay.
and fell to the ground, but most of them are. And Ronald Reagan wanted this many years ago, but we really didn't have the technology.
I'm friends with a guy who talks out his ass more than his face.
Anything
Oscar?
to mock him.
Well,
he was a
both of
very
you, I
good
guess.
president. Very,
Hey. This is the guy who
But
puts
now
the
we have
microphone by his ass
unbelievable
when he farts.
technology. And why
Actually, that
should
comes from my
other
mouth. It's actually
countries have
real.
this and we
Oh.
don't? No, we're going to build an Iron Dome over our country.
So it goes
We're
from your
going
ass to your mouth? Okay, that
be
must
sure
taste
that
gross.
nothing can come and harm.
Well, I wanted to have the corn in between my teeth,
Again,
so I
make
just
it
split the
all
bag.
Okay.
standpoint. We'll make it all right here. No more sending it out to other countries in order to help.
Bro,
It's
you know I got
America
to.
first. America first. We will unleash the power of American innovation. And as we do, we will soon be on the verge of
Yes,
finding
please support
cures to
more
cancer,
American-made
Alzheimer's
companies like
disease,
Sharp and
many other
Panasonic.
diseases. We're going to get to the
Penis
bottom
Sonic?
of it.
Oh,
Yeah, Panasonic. That's right.
Remember,
The Sonic
this
penis.
gentleman that
Sonic
I don't
penis.
want to mention.
I
other than I had to because
why
when
isn't
you
he
say
mentioning the
10
boys
words,
and
I had
girls'
to do it.
bathrooms?
I didn't want anybody to be confused.
I don't know.
Wow.
But
He's
this
not
man
mentioning
said, we're going
it.
to find a cure to cancer. Nothing happened. We're going to get to the cure for cancer and Alzheimer's and so many other things. We're so close to doing something great. But we need
I'm looking forward to the cure
leader
for
that
cancer
will
thing because
let it be done. We will not
cancer's
have
ravaged my family.
men playing in
Me too.
women's sports. That will end immediately.
Yeah, there we go. Good job, Trump. Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about, man.
there we go.
You knew he'd get there.
I was like, come on, Trump.
And we will restore and renovate our nation's once great cities, making them
I wish
safe,
he would
clean,
expand
and
on that.
beautiful again.
Because
Yes, please make them safe. Please make them safe.
Well, no, but I'm saying with the ending men and women's sports, I wish he would say we're going to restore Title IX.
Washington Monument, they end up getting
Yeah,
stabbed, killed, or
agreed.
shot.
Because they've now changed
Oh,
Title
We'll be
IX.
very soon.
And
very
repeal
proud of our
14C.
capital.
Yeah.
Again, Washington, D.C.
Because 14C
Finally,
is
he
what the
said it. Even if he didn't really go into depth, thank God he said it.
America is on the cusp of a new golden age, but we will have the courage to seize it. We're going to take it. We're going
I
to
think
make
the,
it a
the
current-
Democrats
I
are
mean,
so
we're
fucked
gonna
to this
bring
point, like
into
so
a
screwed,
golden
that they
age
can't
like
even cheat.
never seen before.
Because
Remember
Biden's not
this,
going to be able to
China
get
wants
enough
do it,
votes to be like,
Japan
okay,
wants
guys,
to
now
do
we
it,
can
all
fuck
of
with the
these
polls.
He
countries
lost
So
the African
bad.
American vote. He
produce
lost the
massive
African American
amounts of
vote.
energy.
Well, yeah. No, but
If
I'm
we're
saying,
going
and
to
Hispanic vote.
produce,
What I'm
if
saying, though,
you-
Aaron, is
if you look at some of
he-
the things that have
like
been
they
done,
can't even
and
cheat if
some
they
of the
even
things that
wanted
we're
to,
going to
because
do,
he can't even
but
get enough points.
AI.
Yeah, no,
is
agreed.
tremendous.
Agreed.
Literally twice the electricity that's available now in our country. Can you imagine? But instead, we're spending places where they recharge electric cars. They built 8 chargers at a certain location toward the Midwest. 8 chargers for $9 billion. Think of them as a tank for filling up your gas. Think of it. They spent $9 billion on 8 chargers, 3 of which didn't work.
There need to be more like hybrid, like charger, like electric car chargers in cities.
If you're going to do this, and by the
he'll
way,
get rid of all
Biden
the
said he was going to put. Biden said he was going to put more in and never did.
but if somebody wants
He said
to
he
buy
was going to do a
gas-powered car,
$700
car,
billion
or a
replacement
hybrid,
of the electric
they're
grid,
gonna
and
be
he
able
never
to
did.
do it.
Yeah,
And we're gonna make
that's
that
what I'm saying. Like
day one.
nobody in the history of being the president has made more empty promises than Biden.
Yeah. Well, Obama said it. Obama said he would stop foreclosures.
So to
He didn't stop
conclude,
foreclosures. I did a video on
just
it on my
a
channel
few
where
short
he
days
not only
ago,
allowed
my
foreclosures,
journey
but he allowed
with
the
you nearly ended. You know that.
mortgagers and the
yet,
banks to make
here
money
we
off
are
of those
tonight, all
foreclosures.
gathered together,
Yep.
talking about the future promise and
Obama said he would get out of Afghanistan.
thing we
He
love
didn't.
very much.
Back
So
that was back in like 2011
we
too,
live
wasn't
in
it?
a
Like
world
when
of
Obama was in
miracles.
office.
None of us
Well,
knows
he
God's
he got out
plan
of
or
Iraq,
where
but he still had troops in Iraq.
life's
Remember?
adventure will
Well, so
take
the reason I mentioned that too is because
Franklin
I was
Graham
one of those
for
people
that
whose house was
outstanding
foreclosed
man.
on, and it was my senior year of high school.
I was 8. It was
He wrote
2008.
me a
I was
note
11 years. I
recently. I
was
had a
almost
lot of
11. I was
respect.
10, and my
Sir,
dad lost everything,
I
even though he
love
was a
your
real estate agent.
storytelling. I think it's great in front of these big
Yeah,
rallies.
I'm not
Sir,
surprised. I'm
please
not
do me one
surprised.
favor. It won't
Point
make
being is
any
that I'm
difference.
saying I agree with you. That's
Please
what I mean to say.
Yeah,
don't use
yeah.
any foul language.
And you know the mortgagers made money on
I
that
was a little
Yeah.
embarrassed.
foreclosure.
Well, so my parents had
He said
split
it
up,
won't make any difference.
where
Actually,
my
the
dad
story's not quite as good,
basically
but I've been very good.
left my mom after
The story
22
is
years
not quite
together.
as good, to be honest.
Wow.
And
I've got to have a little talk with Frank.
the reason he had stayed in for as long as he did was
Great
because of
gentleman. His
us.
father was so incredible. Billy
And
Graham.
it was
My
one of those
father used to
situations
love
where,
taking me to
because
see
of my
Billy
dad
Graham.
leaving,
My
my mom
father would
didn't have
take me
enough
to
money.
see
She
Billy
was
Graham
taking
at
on
Yankee Stadium.
3 jobs while
We had
trying
the
to take
biggest
care of 3
rallies you've ever
kids.
seen. He was a good rally guy
And
too.
especially you got big farts, and she's
But
got to take
he'd
care of
get
those.
up and he
Oh
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
fantastic.
Honestly,
And my father loved Billy Graham.
Oh, great! That's 2 more hours after.
But I love Franklin Graham. I think
Oh,
Franklin
that's
Hold
6
is
more hours. Oh,
fantastic,
fuck.
and I'm trying.
Oh,
I'm
that's
working
another
so
8.
hard to
Yeah, you remember
adhere
Family
to
Guy?
his note to me.
Broke a damn
I'm
blood vessel.
working hard on it, Franklin. But if the events
You
of
remember
last
that
Saturday
one
make
meme, that
anything
one gag
clear,
where
it is that
Peter
every
gets hit in the
single
crotch with a bag of
moment we
nickels?
have on earth
Yes.
is a gift from
We'll
God.
play it.
I'll beat your ass with a sack of Velocity oranges. They won't leave
Remember,
a
he's like,
mark with us.
dang it, Canadian
We
Goose.
have to
Hey,
make
look
the
out, eh?
most of every day for the people and for the country that we love.
All right, let's continue.
The attacker in Pennsylvania wanted to stop our movement, but the truth is the movement has never been about me. It has always been about you. It's your movement. It's the biggest movement in the history of our country by far. Can't be stopped.
My microphone fell.
It can't be stopped. It
Strange
has
noise,
always
ladies and
been
gentlemen,
about the
strange noise.
hardworking, patriotic.
Once he becomes
citizens
president
of
again, the
America.
FBI will change their tune.
For too long, our nation has settled for
I
too
mean,
little. We settled for too little.
They're such criminals.
We've given everything.
They'll try to impeach him again. You know that, right?
Oh,
You've
absolutely.
been
Well,
told
not
to
if the
lower your
Republicans take over.
expectations and to accept less for your families.
I think it's likely
I am
that they
here
will.
tonight with the opposite.
You think that the
message.
Republicans
Your expectations are not
would
big
no?
enough.
It'll
Not
be when the
big enough.
Democrats take the House again in 26.
It is time to start expecting and demanding the
Well, the
best
thing of it is,
leadership
this
in the
counts as
world.
Trump's
Leadership
second
that
term.
is
So after
bold,
this,
dynamic,
if he wins,
relentless,
then
and
he's going to
fearless.
win.
We
But I
do
mean,
that.
he's already had
We
one
are
term,
Americans.
and the
Ambition is
Constitution
our
doesn't
heritage.
say it has to be 2
Is our
consecutive. It just says
birthright.
2 terms.
But as long as our energies are spent fighting each other,
Right.
our destiny will remain.
So this will
out
be
of
his
reach.
second.
And that's not acceptable. We must instead take that energy and use it to realize our country's true
He's going to do
potential
something that hasn't done since Warren
and
G.
write
Hardy.
our own thrilling chapter
And that
of
is?
the American story.
Run
we can
for
do
a
it
third
together. We will
term
unite. We
after-
are going to come
after
together.
being thrown
and
out of office.
success will bring us
See,
together.
the thing of it is, he needs the Supreme Court to do that, because what he has to have done is say that a term
It
limit
is the
is
story of love,
unconstitutional.
sacrifice,
No. I'm
and
saying
so many
Warren G.
other
Hardy was
things.
president for 4 years, got voted out of
And
office.
remember the word.
Then
Devotion.
4 years later,
It's
ran
unmatched
again and
devotion.
won again.
Our
In the
That
American
hasn't been
Constitution,
done.
it does not say 2 consecutive terms. It just says 2 terms.
And defeated a mighty empire.
He
to
will not be able to run after this election.
What's so hard?
No,
They lost so
but
many.
I'm saying
They pushed thousands and thousands.
you
of
get what I'm
miles
saying,
across
though.
a dangerous frontier.
he
Taming the
Is he going to
wilderness,
circumvent the
built a
Constitution?
magnificent
No.
home for their
he
family.
ran in
They
2016.
packed
He
their
won.
families into
He
covered
got out in
wagons, trekked
2021,
across
right? Biden took over.
hazardous trails, scaled
This is the
towering
same
mountains,
process that Warren
and
G.
braved
Harding took
rivers and rapids
in
to
1924
stake their claim on the wide open
or
new
1920.
and very beautiful frontier.
But what I'm
Way of
so
life was threatened. American
I'm telling
patriots
you
marched
that-
onto the battlefield.
I get
the-
what you're saying. I get what
enemy
you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Stared down death
But
and stared down those enemies
Trump,
to keep alive.
okay,
the
Warren G.
flame of
Harding,
freedom. At
okay,
Yorktown,
when he
Gettysburg,
lost his
and Midway,
bid
they
for a second
joined the roll
term,
call of immortal heroes,
after
so
4
many
years
heroes,
of whoever
just
took
so many
after,
heroes, so many
he
great,
ran
great
again and he
people, and
won
we have to
again.
cherish those people.
Now,
we can't forget those people.
I don't
We
think
have
he
to
ran when
cherish
Herbert
those people.
Hoover was running, but you get where I'm going with this, right?
Well, yeah, so I'm saying he'll have his second
And
term in
building
office.
monuments
Yes,
to those
that's
great
what I'm saying.
people is a
This
good
hasn't been
thing,
done
not
in
a
100
bad thing.
years.
Oh yeah,
They saved our
the
country.
way I thought you said it, it seemed like you were saying he was
No
going to
challenge was too
win a
much.
third term.
No
No,
hardship
no.
was
I'm
too
saying
great.
this second term he's running
No
for
enemy was too
hasn't
fierce.
been done
Together, these
in over
patriots
100
soldiered
years.
on.
Yeah, he's gonna
endured,
he's gonna make history here.
and they
Yeah.
prevailed because they had faith in each other, faith in their country.
Yeah, he's getting
and
to the end of
above
the
all, they
speech
had
because he's
faith
getting
in
to the
their
flowery
God.
part. He's
The what
getting
part?
to the philosophical part.
Mm.
Just like our ancestors, we must now come together, rise above past differences. Any disagreements have to be put aside and go forward, united as one people, one nation, pledging allegiance to one
I will
great,
say that that's one that's
beautiful
easier
idea.
said than done. I
American
think the
flag.
past few presidential terms have driven the division between Republicans
I
and
ask for
Democrats
your
further and further
partnership,
than it's ever been.
for your support, and I
Right.
am humbly asking for your vote. I want your vote. Going to make our country great again. Every day I will strive to honor the trust you have placed in me, and I will never, ever let you down. I promise that. I will never let you down. To all of the forgotten men and women who have been neglected, abandoned, and left behind, you will be forgotten no longer. We will
Imagine if
press
he just stopped,
forward,
"You will
and
be
together
forgotten."
we will win,
And then he just
win,
stopped. Yeah,
win.
It's just wait, what?
that's what the Democrats think he was gonna do.
Yeah, right. Come on, Trump, just mess up one. I'm just happy he mentioned the whole women in sports thing, men and women in sports.
He didn't mention much about it, but it does go
No.
to show that it
Win,
is on his agenda.
Win,
Well,
win,
it's
win,
not his
win.
priority.
Yeah,
It's not, and I get it. There's other pressing issues, but
Nothing
I
will
care about
sway
that
us.
issue because I have a sister in
Nothing
sports,
will slow
and
us,
Yeah.
I don't.
and no
She
one
trains with
will ever
dudes, like
stop
she
us.
fights dudes, but as a in the dojo and like, okay, you know, we're
No
but
matter what
she
dangers
shouldn't have
come
to
our
worry
way,
about
no matter
some
what
person as a
obstacles lie
dude
in our path,
who's
in the locker
we will
room
keep striving
undressing
toward
in
our
front of her and then
shared
watching
and
my sister
glorious
undress. Like that's
destiny,
absolutely
and
bizarre.
we will
no,
And the
it's
fact
not
that
okay.
prevail.
It's
We
not
will
okay.
and the fact that
My
you can now go to
my nephew, if he goes into like Parks and Rec sports,
Together we
he
will
shouldn't have
save
to
this
worry
country.
about a
We will
guy or
restore
a
the
boy that
republic,
considers
and
himself
we will
identifies
usher
himself
in
as a
the
girl
rich and
walking into his
wonderful
locker room.
tomorrows that
It
our
goes both
people
ways.
so truly deserve.
well, yeah, but
future
he
will
would be at least a boy,
better, bolder, brighter,
right?
happier,
What you don't
stronger,
want is
freer,
if you had a
greater,
niece,
and more united
or
than
no, if your
ever
nephew
before.
walked into the girls' locker room, because he said, "Uncle, I'm a girl." I was like, hold on, let me pull you aside. Right? Like,
Oh yeah, well I'm saying it goes both ways. Like
sure,
just
where
bec-
you
ju-
don't want a
just
female thinking I'm
just
a
because
man.
We
hold on,
will
just because
very
statistics
quickly
say
make
that something mostly
America
happens to one
great
gender
again.
doesn't mean it doesn't
Thank
happen
you
to the
very
other.
much.
That's like saying
Absolutely.
that
Thank you
men
very
don't get
much,
raped by women.
Wisconsin. God bless you.
All right, that's the end of Trump's
God
speech.
bless you, Wisconsin, and God
That's like
bless the
that's like
United
saying men
States
don't
of
get raped by
America, our
women.
great country.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you very
absolutely
much,
true.
everybody.
I mean, they do. So that was the end of Trump's speech.
It was very Trump-hated.
I guess my thoughts. Let me put this down.
I like you. I'm glad he mentioned the abolishing abolishing the transgendered presence in men's and women's sports.
Yes, that's my favorite part of the speech. Hold on, let me turn this down.
I think it needed to happen. Very much needed to happen.
We'll leave it there. It's at 35%. I was happy that he did that because I was just not like I'm happy that he mentioned even just a smidge of it. I was like, you gotta include that. I would have not been happy with the speech had he not. Like you and I have been saying, it's just not a good thing that because look, the Democrats care about women, and they literally told women women should gracefully learn to lose. That's what Riley Gaines was told. and they were told that they needed counseling if they couldn't handle a man like Will Thomas being in the. So my point is,
Look what's happening in MMA. Like MMA, they're trying to branch it off the same way. There's even a wrestling company where a transgendered guy that considers himself to be a girl is wrestling in a women's division, and the fact of the
and you
matter
saw,
is,
isn't that the guy that? Isn't that the guy that punched a girl and like fractured her skull?
Yes, I believe so.
Is that the one where
Yeah, I believe so.
he actually fractured her skull? Like,
yeah,
that's
I'm not saying women aren't
absolutely.
strong. I'm not saying women aren't strong because they are in their
Well,
own
they
way.
are, but
I do
there's
think
a biological difference
there is. It's a higher density in terms of bone structure.
and muscle density, and their punches are a lot harder. Their center of gravity is a lot stronger. They have lower body. What is it? Men have upper body strength. Women have lower body strength, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, and
No,
and
you're not.
and that was a good part of the speech. My least favorite part of the speech probably was the beginning. Like, he spent like the first 30 to 45 minutes saying thank you.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Other than the part talking about the transgendered, taking away the presence of transgenders in sports, I actually think one of my other favorite parts was the way he responded to the assassination attempt.
Yeah, yeah. I wish he would have spoken a little more. I'm still here. I wanted that a little bit more. This low, like, I'm Trump, and by the way, and they said this. That was just too dull for me. Yeah, like, it just, I'm happy.
But at a certain point, you have
didn't end it like that.
The
But
thing is, that to an extent, that's his personality.
Sure.
And I think this is the thing.
Wait,
I
hold
think
on.
in that situation, let me tell you something.
They're literally playing this. Look.
In that situation, his adrenaline was pumping at the time of what happened, and I think that's why he was able to give the responses he did. Right now, he's in a position where the adrenaline has long since subsided, and he's been able to sit with it for a while, and that's why he gave a subdued response.
I just thought the length of that part of the speech was way too long. I would have gone 20 minutes max.
Yeah.
Why are they singing opera at a Republican convention? They hate people who speak a different language.
I think they wanted to show how they opera ate.
I wonder who's that singing. This is Angelica. Let's listen.
My guess is that maybe it would have been, I don't know, I wouldn't say Bach, but maybe, I don't know.
Well, let's listen. What are they showing?
Let me see. It's just hold on. Let me see if that'll show me. I'm trying to refresh it a little bit to see. It's showing just a picture of everybody sort of shuffling around the room.
Damn, they sound good. You've heard this song, right? Nessun Dorma?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I like my percussionist a little bit more. Like, I'm a big Aaron Copland fan.
Yeah, this is operatic, classical Luciano Pavarotti.
Have you ever heard Aaron Copland?
Yes. You just like him because he has your name.
Well, that's part of it, but the other thing is I like. Okay, so have you ever another one I like? Have you ever heard the song "Flight of the Valkyries"?
Yes.
I love that song.
Dang, Aaron, he can hit them notes.
So I told you
that.
I sing for my church's praise team, and I can hit some pretty high notes myself.
Can you hit that note? You sound like Kermit the Frog.
So does your mom.
So does Dad. Wow, he was good.
That's what she said.
Whoever that was, man, he's a great singer.
You know what? I honestly like. I love a good instrumental. Like, I think it takes a lot of talent to be able to do the things some of those guys do, like the percussionists.
Yeah.
I've never actually been to an opera.
You've never been?
No.
Huh. America the Beautiful now playing. I say one of my, I guess if I had to pick a favorite part of his speech, I think he did what everyone else has been doing, which is reminding everyone, and this is putting on an objective hat, which is if you support Trump and you are Trump gung ho on Trump, I said gun, that works.
You're good. Take a shot in the dark there, buddy.
If you are like, I'm for Trump, I don't give a fuck what you say, I don't give a shit. You love this speech, 100% of it. And the other part is he was reminded, look, this is what happened. The Chinese were this, the Russians didn't do this, Ukraine didn't do that. People bought our goods. We introduced tariffs.
They took their games.
Yeah. They did, they the crime levels down, this and that. So you heard all of that from Trump. Now everyone's gonna fact check him. It's gonna happen, and I'm gonna fact check him, but not because I hate Trump. Look, I do, but it's because I want reality, and the reality is Trump imprisoned a journalist, Julian Assange. He did for doing his job. Okay, and Mike Pompeo, who he made CIA director, isn't a journalist part of the media though? He wanted to kidnap and assassinate Julian Assange. And the reality is prescription prices went up under Trump. And the reality is his tax cuts were worse for Americans, and they were better for rich people and corporations. And again, I'm not making these points to disparage Trump. It's just the reality.
Well, so let me ask you this about Julian Assange. You were literally just talking about how bad the media is. Journalists are just exactly a part of that.
Well, there are the corporate journalists, and then there are independent, real journalists, like Aaron Mate. You should like him for his name. Glenn Greenwald. What's her name from the Convo Couch? Theodora Isabel. That go out and report on Brazil, that report on Spain in the way the media won't, and they'll bring you real stories. I mean, WikiLeaks and Glenn Greenwald did a piece on how the CIA wanted Obama as president because in 2008 the Western world was about to leave Afghanistan. Bush couldn't keep him, McCain couldn't keep him. They needed a young, cool, sweet talking black guy to be able to talk to them. And guess how we stayed in Afghanistan? Obama. So those journalists, there's a difference between your corporate CBS, Fox News, CNN, and MSNBC, NBC, ABC journalists and PBS to the people that are really trying to, like the Syrian gas attacks that, by the way, they blamed Russia for. And Trump and there's one thing I remember from 2017. Trump did airstrikes in Syria, and that was wrong. He sent 50 Tomahawk missiles. That was absolutely the bitch thing to do because Hillary Clinton praised him. So now he's getting praised for doing something Hillary Clinton would do, and he said, I won't do what Hillary Clinton would ever do. So Trump's administration was better than Joe Biden, but it was not great for average people. Now, my stocks, I'll tell you what, my stocks were great under Trump. I suffered like the normal downfalls, but under Biden, 2022 was by far the worst financial year of my life.
And that's because Trump knows how to treat America like a business, and it kind of needs to be that way.
Again, how is he going to treat it like a business when he's got BlackRock telling him what to do? Because he takes money from BlackRock. He takes money from the Coca-Cola Foundation, the corporations. He takes money from Wall Street. He takes money from Franklin Templeton. He takes the exact same money that the Democrats.
Is the government being given anything in return for what? Like, or is the government giving anything to Coke for what they're giving him?
Oh, they're giving subsidies. They're getting subsidies from the federal government. They're getting tax cuts. Did you know you could buy a private jet and then get the entire thing written off, but we can't get our entire groceries written off? We can't get our rent written off. We can't the mortgage tax deduction. We can only get like a third of that written off, but they can get a private jet written off.
Honestly, and I'll tell you this too. You know, one thing that could be a clincher with this, the housing market has been absolute trash for so long.
Yeah.
That if there's ever a way to help that out and regulate it, that might be a clincher for somebody.
Well, you know what's so funny is how he said, "Oh, we lowered the rates. We lowered the rates." Did you know that the feds lied to Trump and they actually didn't lower the rates to 0? So Trump hired a bunch of people that manipulated him, that lied to him, and that's the problem. Is he hired all the wrong people. I think Trump could have actually been a pretty good president had he not hired the fucking swamp.
And maybe he'll learn from his mistakes.
No, because he's already got the swamp funding his campaign. You cannot take money from the swamp and then not put them in your cabinet.
The thing is he doesn't need them
be like,
because
if I give you $100 million and you were running president, you know, Aaron, I'm going to want something in return. And I'm probably going to want a political office seat, a seat in education or whatever. You know that. So that's Trump's problem right now is he keeps taking money from the exact donors that fund the Democratic Party. And that's just the way politics works. And by the way, we don't have a democracy. We just don't. Anyone that thinks we have a democracy, they're lying.
Well, that stopped ever since the election where Biden won.
No. It actually doesn't even revolve around Biden. Yes, Biden has actually been worse for democracy than Trump, and we'll get to that. But our democracy was stolen decades ago with Citizens United and everything else when corporations were allowed to buy out our politicians and the Supreme Court allowed it. That's when our democracy was stolen, regardless of who was in power. That's when our democracy was stolen away from us. When you guys vote for president, by the way, you don't get to vote for who you actually want. Wall Street makes the call. And that's who the primaries, that's who gets in the primaries. That's why your favorite candidate doesn't get through, is because of that. That's the way the world. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat.
Did I tell you what happened the last time I went to a voter registration office?
What was that?
Did I tell you what happened the last time I went to I went to try to get voting accommodations at the voter registration office?
Yeah.
They told me I had to go through a specific political party to get accommodations.
For primaries?
For the primaries and for the regular elections.
And that's Florida. That's a red state, though.
Well, and Florida did it and Virginia did it.
So I wonder, Ron DeSantis is the president. They don't work like that, like the NFB. The governor of Florida. So why is Governor DeSantis doing that?
I have no idea, but the thing of it was that was never that never it never used to be an issue and just kind of started being one.
Well, yeah, that is true. And by the way, Biden's worse for democracy. They rigged the primary for Biden. So there you go. There's democracy for you.
And that's where you know that they had deceased individuals submitting absentee ballots.
And I don't know if it's true or not. I've heard that. But my point is, they rigged the primary against RFK Jr. And every time he would get on a ballot and he was actually as successful right there, he would be how do we put it? He would be denied. He'd be purged from the ballot. And by the way, the Democratic Party, they've been rigging primaries since before 2016, but they rigged it against Bernie. They admitted it. Donna Brazil admitted it in 2017, 2018, 2017. They also
they rigged it for Hillary the year that she went against Obama in the primary.
Well, they tried, but Obama was just this new hot thing. And again, people were tired of the Iraq War, and Obama didn't support the Iraq War. And there were videos of Hillary saying, "Oh, Saddam's got to go," and Obama said no. They both agreed, but I mean, Obama was the hot new thing. Hillary was too entrenched. Obama had not been at the time. You know that. Now, what got into office, Obama became one of the biggest fucks in the world. He got rid of his ground game. He got rid of his supporters and all that. Said, I don't need you. Fuck you. And then when the Republicans came out anti-Obamacare, guess what happened? Obama didn't have anyone to protect him because everyone on the ground was told, fuck you. And everyone said, okay, fine. But the Democrats have been purging third parties off the ballot, and in South Carolina, they got caught doing it, and they had to stop doing what they were doing from a federal court. Biden's also worse for journalists. Biden is also worse for immigration.
He's also worse for every average financial home.
I think they both are, but Biden is just so bad that it's just like.
But okay, this is going to be a very, very like graphic, maybe, well, not graphic, but maybe a messed up comparison. And you can call me out on it if you think I'm kind of BSing here, but I think what Biden did to the U.S. is like when you have a pet that you think is not your responsibility, so you just tie them up behind the house and then leave.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You had to go. They can always count on you to make some kind of thing like that. We can always count on you to do that.
That's what the U.S. is to Biden.
Probably. And look, Hunter did get rich. Look, they did get rich and they did all of that. And they complained about the Trumps. Look, Jared Kushner took a $2 billion loan from the Saudi government. That's absolutely corrupt. Absolutely. Now, if Trump had never run for office and Jared Kushner, or let's say Trump ran for office, Jared Kushner took a loan, okay, fine. But that's very corrupt. Now, you know what's so funny? You didn't see Ivanka Trump.
Nope.
Ever. Now, as far as I know, you didn't see her in the convention today or even in the past week. So that probably...
No, she's been radio silent.
Yeah, she's been extremely sad, where she was the face of the campaign in 2016. And 2020, she was kind of like, whatever.
But but the thing of it is you got to figure when a decision like that is made, how much of it is the candidate's call and how much of it is the call of the campaign manager.
Or, well, Ivanka has been pretty much like, I don't want any of this shit anymore, and she has been pretty much saying that. That's the thing.
I mean, a part of me doesn't blame her, but at the same time, you also got to figure from a family standpoint. Look, because here's the thing. From what I remember, the last time Trump was in office, his entire family took an active role in a lot of the policies and procedures that he had going.
And I disagreed with that. Absolutely,
I do disagree with that as well. All I'm saying is you're figuring at that point, if it happened once, you're expecting it to happen again.
Yeah. Most likely.
It's kind of like how do I put this? It's kind of like when you invite a friend over to your house so many times, and then the one time that they invite themselves over, you're like, what are you doing here?
Well, you've pretty much made that happen. I mean, it's kind of like, your school friend. He's been in your family for 15, 20 years, and he just decides to come to a family party. It's because, like, you've had him over for 20 fucking years since you were in elementary. So, I mean, look, here's the deal. Look, man. Look, the court cases are going to be you thought they went after him in 2017 to 2020. Oh. They are going to go after him again with the same old cases.
The thing is that because of double jeopardy, they can't.
Well, here's the thing, that he's going to take money from foreign governments and going to, like, you know why he wouldn't let them move the FBI office from DC to Virginia, right? Because of tourism and because the Trump Hotel was right there. Yeah. That's why. So when the 737 MAX 8 from Boeing, when 3 crashes happened, they killed over 300 people. You know what happened, right? Trump didn't want to make ground Boeing. Why? Because he received profits from it. I mean, it's just that he is corrupt. Trump is.
Well, it's honestly, and I'm not arguing for or against it. Politics is full of that kind of thing. Look at Arizona.
Katie Hobbs.
Well, I'm saying so a lot of their political constituents have stocks in the electric companies in Arizona. That's why alternative fuel sources alternative energy sources have not taken over there. Look at the facts and figures.
I mean, I'm just saying. I get what you're saying too. I get it. But the court cases, they're going to say, "Oh my God, he's violating the emoluments clause." Now, the Supreme Court shot that down, but it doesn't mean they can't try it again. What's gonna happen is they're gonna keep going after him with the emoluments clause. It was resolved after he got out of office, so get ready for bullshit cases against Trump. It's gonna happen.
And I think he honestly, the man is, even without being president, the man was already rich enough to buy himself out of any trouble he got into.
Well, sure.
And he's going to be able to do it again.
Well, he controls the Justice Department. Who's going to be? I mean,
and
what did he do? He stopped a lot of his own prosecutions. Now that's also corrupt.
He had the Secret Service on his ass.
Well, but again, it's Biden has weaponized the Justice Department. I wish he would have gone a little bit further into that, but Peter Navarro and everyone else did that for him. They said Trump was going to be the one putting his political opponents in prison. They just did that. They said he would turn it into a banana republic. They just did that. They said he would bogus ass charges. They did that. They did everything they said Trump was going to do. And he didn't do it. Now, I want Trump to go after every one of these motherfuckers. I want him to do to the Democrats what they did to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the chairman of the Republican National Committee, Michael Whatley of North Carolina.
Was there another speech?
Oh, the committee. I guess so. Laura Trump was the new chair.
Huh.
And now, to deliver this evening's benediction, please welcome Dr. Mario Dickens from Milwaukee.
Do you want to stay for that? Because I thought you only wanted to see the Trump speech.
I don't. Do you?
I don't give a damn about it.
All right. Do you want to end the stream or do you want to keep going?
It's up to you.
Oh, well, I know you got to work tomorrow.
Well, I've got a Bible school, but that's at night. But I think so. Today was a busy day because I had to go before I went to Bible school, I had to go to a radiology appointment.
Right. Sorry, are you too tired to kind of go on? Because I want you rested and all that. Because it is 1 in the morning over there?
It is midnight or 12:30.
Yeah, it's 12:30, and your family is probably like, "Can you stop talking?"
Well, they're asleep right now, but point being is that I had to go to get an ultrasound done today.
You're pregnant?
How'd you know? so on a serious note, anybody who knows, like, if you've ever had anybody who's like diagnosed with diabetes, you know that they want to check your liver and your kidneys to make sure there's no damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really what the ultrasound was about.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping that you're okay. And
that, I'm sure I am. Like I said, I've dropped 20 pounds, trying to be a bit more about the healthy lifestyle. Although I will admit, thanks to the inflation, getting back to like the political side of things, it is a lot harder to afford. It's a lot, huh?
We haven't talked about inflation, so I guess we could talk about it.
It's a lot harder to afford diabetic-friendly foods.
It is very difficult for Americans today to afford anything, let alone food. That's the problem. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on a second.
You good, bro?
I forgot. I have to turn it all the way down. Hold on a second.
That's what she said.
Oh.
But actually, she wants to turn it all the way up.
Oh.
Damn, I'm stupid today, I swear.
Okay, here we go. Oh. You sounded like Goofy.
It's just too fucking weird.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. But yeah, the inflation is very high. And who cannot afford anything today, and I think that is the biggest selling point for the Republican.
Dude, guess how much it guess how much it costed at a regular grocery store for like a bag of like pre-made salad mix. It was around $6.
Yeah, I mean that's just crazy, and I think that's going to be a really hot selling point for the Republican Party.
That honestly, I'm going to be real with you. That could be the clincher.
I think so. I mean, we'll have to see. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a podcast coming out. We're working out the details. We'll work those out backstage. Who
wears the pants?
Who wears the pants? Now, if you guys have another name for the podcast, let us know. We don't mind changing the name if we have to. But there's podcasts like The Wall, Modern Dating. Have you watched
Which
those?
doesn't exist.
Well, no, but have you heard those podcasts?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So it's going to be an anti-feminist podcast. We will tell you more. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the future president's speech. I don't support Trump, but he's going to be the future president. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And especially Aaron taking a big shit on stream and then
I only flushed, you dickhead.
No, I know. We had intelligence say that you took shit.
You had intelligence? That's news to me.
Says the one. I'm the one that just got the bachelor's degree, so I think I did.
I have had the bachelor's degree for ages, so keep talking,
well,
Trump.
you are old. You are
keep
old.
talking, Trump.
That's why you say ages, because you're fucking old. But thank
Trump.
you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel at Get the Memo. We are not on TikTok because we would get banned. Unfortunately,
we need a good number of likes and views on this video that we can make Oscar cry at the lack of success for his channel.
Right, and he hasn't done anything on his channel since he's been away.
Since you've been gone.
Shit channel. I mean, his channel's not as good as mine anyway. But anyway,
he likes to think it is though.
Right. And when me and you are together, it's even better. Yep. Aaron, stay backstage when we end. Follow us on Substack. We have a Substack that you can follow at substack.getthememo.com or substack.com/getthememo. Or you can even, I've seen it, getthememo.substack.com. You can even get it on the Substack app. Subscribe. And if you want more official materials, we do other articles that go a little bit more in depth on things. Even audio reading of articles, by the way, where you don't have to read it, and it's $5 a month. I know inflation is very high, so whatever you can do, there are a variety of prices that you can do. So I would really appreciate it. Also, listen to us on Spotify or wherever else you get your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Public Radio Public, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, wherever you get your podcasts, you can listen. And follow Aaron on TikTok at Faxbins.
Aaron Faxon 852.
Okay, so now that's changed. Okay, you told a joke recently about a guy who was drowning, and
yes, I did.
It was the best thing ever. I was like, what the fuck?
It was like he was praying to God and he asked for a boat and he asked for a plane and God gave him to him, but then he said, no thanks, God will take care of me.
And then he drowns and he dies, and the God, he says, God, what the hell?
I gave you a boat and a plane. What more do you want?
Was that a woman he was talking to? I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's why nothing got done.
I'm gonna get canceled so bad.
Does it make you feel flush?
Yeah. So we are coming. We will do a summary of the convention with our favorite speeches. You gotta go check out Vivek Ramaswamy's.
Dude, my last like video that I did was me up in frickin' Orlando for the national convention for NFB, and it was interesting because I just like kind of showed my way around the place.
All right, the nation of fucking blind people. That's what it's called, you know. I'm just
friendship is just there and palpable.
Yeah. We will have a convention summary for the RNC where we will listen to the speeches and react to them.
RNC make you pee.
Oh, DNC make you dump. Oh!
Hey, whatever you say about those counterparts.
Whoa. Okay. Thank you for watching and listening, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you guys next time.